Well, ladies and gentlemen, while the game management meeting is going on, remind everybody there's going to be a 50-50 raffle at halftime. This is to sponsor the Florence High School 2025 senior night. Tickets are $1 each. Tickets for $5. 15 tickets for $10. 20 tickets for $15. And you get a game day ribbon while supplies last. They're selling those tickets down there.
Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's broadcast of Florence High School Eagle football right here on the Eagle Sports Network. I'm Sam Taylor here with my co-host Ryan Keith as we are preparing to watch the Florence Eagles take on the Ridgeland Titans. Ryan, tell us what you expect to see in tonight's football game.
Yeah, like last week, this is week 1 and 2 from the same schedule last year. So, not to mention, kind of along the same lines as what we mentioned last week, now we have a sample size of what our team looks like. But from what I'm hearing from Coach and everybody that's been talking about it, Ridgeland is also a new-look football team from what we saw last season as well. Like most seasons, when you graduate people out, when you move people up, the teams and personnel start to look different, and the Ridgeland Titans are no exception here tonight. So the slate, just like it was last week, should be wiped clean from our memory and focus just on what our personnel can do against the Ridgeland Titans.
You know, and Florence is a team that knows something about changes in personnel and about graduating players that were significant contributors to their team. We've talked about this a fair amount if you are a regular listener to the Eagle Sports Network. Florence graduated something like 18 seniors last year.
Something wild.
A number of them were 3-year starters. Basically, your entire offense, as well as several key players on your defense, graduated. And so last week's first varsity action was a big opportunity for a lot of these new Eagles, and we saw some good things. Talk a little bit about some of the new Eagle starters, especially on the offensive side.
Yeah, so we're going to start right in the center of things with the quarterback, Kane Ashley. We mentioned last week just how different it was going to be for him and for the Eagle offense to have a guy who is freshly into this varsity football quarterback world. And it started out the way that we pretty much expected it to start out. The Eagles come out in their old identity, power I, wing T type of formation, and we see Kane and the offensive line really struggle. What I loved about Kane and his poise and his presence in the pocket was as they moved to that shotgun, Sam, and those playmakers began to get space, we could see Kane get a little more comfortable in that style of offense, and that's something that I really, really enjoyed to see on the offensive side of the ball.
You know, with an offensive football team, everything starts under center. And with Kane Ashley, his first varsity start last year, on his first throw of the game, he overshot just a little. And things kind of got started with a turnover there. The Eagles got the ball deep in their opponent territory, got into a third down situation where Kane had to make a play, and he gets called on, and he throws an absolute frozen rope, hits Brian Davis for a touchdown over the middle, and it seemed like that really jump-started the rest of the Florence offense. They come down, get a turnover. He throws another touchdown to Aiden Hemphill on a corner route that was just an absolute dot, and that seemed to really change the complexion of the entire game. And so I don't know how many kids throw 2 touchdowns in their first varsity start. Kane Ashley did, and that was a huge bright spot coming out of last week's game. Kane's not the only new starter on the offense, though. You've also got new starters all across the offensive line. Talk a little bit about what you saw out of the offensive line this week, last week, and what we're hoping to see tonight.
Yeah, so we saw this new, fresh unit. I'm going to call them 6 guys because Avery Eldridge moved out. Keegan Taylor has come in at the tight end position. Those 6 guys, brand new, and I'm going to equate it kind of what I talked about with Kane. They really struggled with the old identity of the Eagles, the power I, wing T. Really saw them getting pushed off the line by Forest Hill, which we knew was going to be bigger than the Florence offensive line.
As our most team that Florence is going to play.
So we saw that take part right there in the early stages of that game. And it would have been very easy for those guys to get discouraged, being pushed around. And Coach Davis talked today in the team meeting with the guys as we were beginning to feed them about their resilience and their inability to give up, and the way that it showed last week. And it started up front with those 6 guys hanging in there, snap after snap, even in the midst of some wacky snaps, getting blown off the line. Those guys really settled in with their quarterback, and you could see the rest of the offense begin to open up.
Yeah, and it really seemed like those guys as a unit pass blocked really effectively, really efficiently. They struggled a little more in the run game, but the longer the game went on, they really seemed to find their footing and block better, especially in the second half. We saw Florence's offense establish a little bit more of an effective run game on the ground, and I'm really interested to see what kind of holes they'll be able to open up tonight, or if we have to change our offensive philosophy a little bit to allow those guys some success. And then, of course, you've got wide receivers and backs, skill position players that are also new. Talk a little bit about some of these skill guys.
Yeah, so a lot of these guys are new in ways not that we don't recognize their names or maybe their jerseys or faces. They're just stepping up into roles, and we talked about that with the likes of Morgan Weathersby taking in that Titan Edmondson type of role, moving across the offensive line, taking those jet sweeps. And we saw him kind of get his legs going late in that game. I think he'll be a big part of what the Eagles can do here tonight if he can get going, along with Brian Davis, who, like Morgan, got going in the run game a little bit later. We saw Brian get active in the pass game. But we saw his legs start to churn in the run game as well. The only fear I have tonight, Sam, is the conditions. The conditions are not conducive for throwing the football as of right now. Now, we still are looking at 20 minutes or so. I can't really tell through the glass.
Yeah, it looks like the rain stopped at the moment.
It looks like it stopped for the moment. That's not going to stop this turf from being wet and that ball being a little harder to grip. So we'll see if the Eagles will have an ability to run the football and not rely on the pass opening it up for them first.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how those skill position players are able to get into the open field and what the coaches are able to do to get those players into some space. We know that Florence does have some speed. You mentioned Brian Davis. We've seen him last year and this year put his speed on display, offense and defense. Morgan Weathersby was injured most of last year. He's played really well so far early in this year, brings some speed. And you've got some other significant players that really can bring some speed to the table. But we've got to get them in space in order for their speed to be effective. That's something that Florence really struggled to do in the game last week. Yep. They had to kind of move to their secondary plan, put the ball in the air to get them in space, which they were eventually able to do. Be interesting to see if they're able to do that tonight. So that's kind of the offensive side of the ball. The defensive side of the ball last week really played a heck of a ball game. Talk to us about what we saw last week from the defense and maybe what we hope to see again.
I think, and I guess, kind of our template for judging this Florence Eagles team, and I guess it's kind of unfair to them, is based on last year. It was yours and mine, kind of our first time seeing the Eagles last year in that much of a bulk. And what I loved about last year's team was their ability to be resilient on defense. What I loved last week even more was the speed that we saw on the defensive side of the ball. We had some guys last year that could really get after it. Devin Quick, I know we lost him. Aguilar, Ronnie was a tackle machine. But something that this Eagle team brings on the defensive side of the ball that team didn't was the ability to get sideline to sideline in a hurry. That's something that really excited me. I'll mention these two guys together and kind of lump in what they were able to do on the offensive side of the ball as well. R.J. Davis, Jaden Houston. Those were two guys that I really saw get sideline to sideline with the helps of Tripp. Kason Harris up front causing some disruption, getting that quarterback and running back to bounce it. They were very fast, very tidy, and they did the same thing on the other side of the ball as well.
Yeah, Florence's defense this year as opposed to last year, where last year's was a little bigger unit, maybe even a more physical unit. This year's unit brings a little more speed to the table, and in a game like tonight's is going to be with an opponent like Ridgeland is, if they come out and spread us out like we expect to see, I think that could be a really good matchup situation for the Florence Eagle defense. The other thing that stood out to me about the Florence defense is that while they gave up some yards, especially in the first half, they came through in the big moments and in the big plays. They came up with multiple turnovers. They got stops on fourth down, and that's something that last year's defense was able to do, and it looks like it's carried over to this year.
Yeah, we kind of called for it for a moment there at the end of that first half, reminiscing about last year's defense, their ability to be timely, their ability to get a turnover when it mattered, and as soon as we mentioned it, they were right on cue. And then, like you mentioned earlier, it was everything that the offense needed to kind of get the ball rolling for them as well.
And I think that recipe, I expect for this team to need to do that regularly. I think they want to lean on, especially early in the season, the experience of their defense. They are an experienced defensive team, especially compared to their offensive counterparts. They do bring some speed. And then they've got some guys that can really get after you up front. If you get one-dimensional in the pass game, Trip Smith last week, I think, had 3 sacks and a forced fumble and a forced fumble and a recovered fumble. And then you've got some other guys up there that can really get after you as well. And so that's something that we know Coach Davis wants his defense to do, is to be active and try to create turnovers. And when you can get the opponent into pass sets, that really opens up those opportunities. All right, well, it is about 17 minutes until kickoff, and we are so glad for those of you who are already tuning in to tonight's broadcast. While you're tuning in, one of the things that we would like for you to do and that we ask you to do every single week about this time is, if you found tonight's broadcast, we hope that you will stay tuned in and enjoy it, but go ahead and hit share on that broadcast so that other people who are in your friends' connection can watch the game as well tonight. We'd like for as many people to tune in who would like to watch the game as possible. And so if you've got friends from Florence, family from Florence, or out-of-town people who you think would want to watch this, go ahead and share that so they can tune in. And maybe if you know somebody from Ridgeland High School, make sure and share them, tag them in it so that they can share it with their friends on their Facebook feed as well. And we'll be happy to have people tune in. So take a moment and share this broadcast so that other people can tune in and enjoy the Eagle Sports Network just like we have. Also want to remind you that tonight's pregame is brought to you by Jared and Sheila Morrison and Morrison Brothers, Crane and Pipe. And so we're so excited about them and all of the sponsors. And so if you need some help with a crane, if you need some help with another issue, with a welding issue, I'm pretty sure they do a lot of welding.
Jared's your guy.
He is the guy to go to, and Jared does so much to pour into the Florence community and to Rankin County as a whole. And so we're thankful for their sponsorship, and be sure and let them know that you saw them, that they were sponsored here on the Eagle Network, sponsoring tonight's pregame show. We appreciate them. All right, we've got still a few minutes before we get into tonight's festivities. Tonight we are expecting a great football game between the Eagles and the Titans. Again, the Eagles coming in here 1-0 last week, picked up a big opening season win over Forest Hill in a game that was closely contested for most of the first half. That game really turned with about 4 minutes to go in the second half, Ryan, on a sequence of events that was as wild as anything that I have seen in a football game. Kind of describe what you were thinking and what we were seeing over the last 4 minutes of that first half.
Yeah, being in the team meeting today, it was interesting. We got to see them hand out some awards, and one of the awards was the Eagle Award, and it gets given to a person who embodies what it's like being a Florence Eagle. And Coach Davis mentioned things about not giving up, being resilient, and it went to Keegan Taylor, the tight end, and in what would be what could have been an unlikely hero. Thankfully, the defense held for the rest of the game and left them blank. But right there, we talked about the events, the fumble, offense getting rolling. It's 14-0. The Eagles get the ball back.
Yeah, and let's just set this up so you get the weight of this. Florence has been dominated in the first half of this football game against Forest Hill. Forest Hill had a lot more yards. They were dominating the football game. Florence gets a turnover deep in Forest Hill territory, throws a touchdown pass. They come back, get another turnover, throw another touchdown pass. And so all the momentum is with the Florence Eagles. We get the ball back again before halftime
Eagles
on an
steal it.
onside
That's right.
kick. And we get the ball back again, and it looks like we've got a chance to go and score again. And we run one last play, and on that one last play, it feels like, hey, all we're going to do is chunk it deep. Either way, we're walking into the locker room at halftime up 14-0 in a half that we have been dominated, and then disaster almost struck. Now you take it and pick it up from there.
So we're talking through the play. We're like, okay, we're going to get one last chance at the end zone here. So
Ball's at midfield.
You're right. Kane takes the snap. He's moving to his right. I'm already a little bit concerned. You limit yourself to half the field if you're a quarterback moving that way. They say don't throw it across your body across the field. So he limits himself, and he goes and he sees Brian right underneath there, about 10 yards in front of him, and he goes to hit him on an out route towards the sideline. But, boy, Forest Hill DB had it read, picks it off
on the dead run
at about the 38-yard line or so.
No defenders in his
He is headed the other way. And then close to our side where the line of scrimmage was, Keegan Taylor.
From across the field.
Across the field, gets on a dead sprint and hunts him down. His leg goes down at the 1 yard line.
Keegan catches him at the 5 and has to drag him down and barely gets him to the ground at the 1.
And he marks him down at the 1. He rolls into the end zone. Forest Hill on our side, that's where we were, right behind their fans. They're thinking, we just scored a touchdown, and then all of a sudden the Eagles are waving that, or the refs are waving that in favor of the Eagles. It is
and instead
disaster.
Instead of a 14-7 game going into the locker room, it turns into a 14-0 game and makes a huge difference. All right, here we are. All right, well, here we are at Eagle Field. There's 10 minutes to go before kickoff, and what we're going to do for the next few minutes is take you to a commercial break. When you come back, we've got some more pregame activities to bring you, brought to you by Morrison Brothers Crane and Plumbing. And actually, it looks like we're Morrison Welding. We're going to keep it right here on the field as we're preparing for the presentation of the colors, and so stay tuned right here on the Eagle Sports Network for the presentation of the colors, followed by some other things that we'll update you on in just a few moments.
Aubrey's journey started 4 years ago on her first dream trip with her family aboard a fantasy cruise ship. As she was dazzled in the liveliness, Aubrey started complaining of a very bad headache. The pain was so bad that she was seen by the cruise physician. It was later diagnosed that Aubrey had a cancerous mass on her brain and was returned by med flight to the United States. This brave little warrior never let cancer control her happiness. It was Aubrey's quest in life to fight this battle so that she could live happily with her family. The hospital didn't give her a year after being diagnosed, but God gave her 4+ years of happiness. When God called her home, Aubrey was still smiling. She was letting us know she was okay. So we want to stand and honor her with a moment of silence for being one of the bravest little girls in the world. Aubrey's strong. Aubrey's strong. Aubrey's strong. We wear purple for Aubrey's strong. Moment of silence and the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? Who broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, so what you see, have been watching there's presentation of the colors there, as well as our national anthem sung by our very own Ryan Keith. And then we also had a moment of silence to remember Aubrey Sutton. Aubrey was a sixth grader at Florence Elementary School who passed away this week, and the entire Florence community mourns her loss and remembers her family in our prayers, and is dressed in purple tonight to remember her and to be sure that we consider the preciousness of life. And so if you see a lot of people in purple tonight, it's not a Florence color, but tonight it is a Florence color. And so you see people wearing purple ribbons, wearing purple shirts. We've got purple stickers. We've got all kinds of purple going on, and that's what that is in honor of Aubrey Sutton. And so we're thankful for that moment of silence provided by the team. All right, we're just under 5 minutes from kickoff. Let's go ahead and take a short commercial break, see a word from our sponsors. Stay tuned for more Eagle football right here on the Eagle Sports Network.
For over 40 years, Strength Roofing and Siding has served the state of Mississippi. The attention to detail and quality remains unmatched. This is just the beginning of what's to come. Strength Roofing has dedicated their lives to serving you and not going to stop now. Whether it's residential or commercial roofing, nothing stands in the way of customer satisfaction. No gimmicks, just roofs. Strength Roofing and Siding.
Toss and has elected to receive. All right, we flipped that bad boy up. Ridgeland called it. Florence won it. All right, they have elected to. Florence is going to receive. Ridgeland is going to kick from the west end toward the east end. All right, so I need to get you guys to come around right here, and you guys right there, okay? And I have.
Didn't mean to be talking in your ear, but when the mic barely works half the time.
The Eagles will receive. Commence play.
All right, welcome back to Eagle football here on the Eagle Sports Network. You've seen the coin toss. The Eagles have won the toss and elected to receive, and so the Titans will be kicking off. And it's been a great pregame. The rain has stopped, and both teams are behind their respective flags in the end zones preparing to take the field. And here come the Ridgeland Titans.
The Titans are running onto the field. And the Eagles are busting through their sign as well.
Here come the Eagles.
Sam, I tell you what, this is a beautiful football field. I know this is our first time. I don't know if you mentioned it while I was gone. This is our first time being here calling with this field, and man, it really just elevates this stadium and environment. And the guys running out just reminded me of just how blessed Florence community is by having this type of field here available to the guys.
Looks even better, a new turf field, first time for the Florence Eagles to have turf. And that makes a big difference on a night like tonight where it has been raining almost all day and most of the night before. This field would be an extreme mess, if not unplayable. But here on the turf, especially now that the rain has stopped, we don't expect it to be much of a problem tonight. As long as they can keep the footballs dry, the field should stay in relatively dry condition. And it should make for a great Friday night of football. The temperature in the 70s because of all these overcast skies and rain. It almost feels like fall, which is the way it should feel in football. And there goes Coach Davis with his pregame sprint down the sideline. He's ready. The Titans line up. They look ready. We hope the rest of the Eagles are ready. It's time for kickoff here at Florence High School.
Not whistled in just yet. The Titans are still lining up their kick unit. Back to receive deep is Morgan Weathersby, Brian Davis, and Batee, the normal trio back there. And what a trio they are. Playmakers is what we call them here, and playmakers they are. I'd be interested to see how the Titans handle keeping the ball out of their hands in space.
Yeah, we'll see if they kick it deep. Here comes the kicker, 28 for Ridgeland. He kind of chips it up back, needs to hurry and go get it, and they do. And he's going to go ahead and field and cover right there at the 35-yard line, and that is where the Florence Eagles will have their first possession of the night.
RJ does a good job right there. That's kind of one of those tricky Florence Eagles-style kickoffs there, just right over that front line. You want to see that ball do something funky. If you're Ridgeland, it doesn't. It takes a Sunday hop to RJ, and he handles it. And you see him just fall down happy with the field position. And here's the first time we'll see the offense here against the Ridgeland Titans.
So here comes the offense in the shotgun now. Two wide receivers, Brian Davis in the slot. See the Eagles in this formation a lot. Houston in the backfield. Takes the snap, looking to pass early on, trying to go over the middle. He's got Davis deep, and that ball's picked off by number 10, who's sitting back in the middle. Ball a little underthrown there by Ashley, who goes for the dagger early. The safety plays it perfectly, and he goes up, high points that football, and brings it down. Turnover early here for the Titans.
Yeah, not how we would have picked or written this game to go and start out, but I like the idea. I didn't mind seeing the Eagles roll out in the shotgun. We talked about how effective it was for them last week. I thought he had a chance on Brian. The safety's kind of flat-footed. The corner's nowhere to be found. Ball just a little underthrown. Got to get a big stop by the Eagle defense here to start the game.
Yeah, you trust your defense, and maybe that yields some benefits down the road to loosen the defense up. But for now, here come the Titans. They give it off to the right side. Running back is brought down there after the gain of about 3 on the play. Good job by the Eagle defense there, stepping up to make the tackle. I think was 3 Cam Page on that side.
Cam Page comes off of that left side there to be the right side of the defense. He comes off that left side of the offensive line and just gets his arms wrapped around the ankles. Only a gain of about 4 or 5 there. Eagles looking to get a stop here off the turnover.
Titans come out in a tight formation. Give it to the running back again off the right side, and he is going to be brought down after a gain of maybe 2 more. Going to bring up 3rd and about 4.
Cam Page at the bottom of that pile again. Batee coming alongside of him as well to bring him down. Big 3rd down here early. Eagles trying desperately to get off the field. I like the flying around of the defense, Sam. I know we haven't seen much yet. I imagine the Ridgeland Titans are going to throw some motion, some disguise at us. They've just been really running this ball straight at the Eagles. Eagles doing a good job of wrapping up.
It's 2 runs to the right. We'll see if they do it here. This time they run it to the left. Flags fly. Big hole on the left side. And that's the running back number 3 there, Cornelius Caraway, with the first down carry. We'll see what the flag is. There's a big hole off the left that time. First time they ran to the left. It looks like we've got an illegal procedure. May have been an illegal formation there. Not exactly sure, but the flags did fly early. And that's going to, instead of a first down, move them back 5 and should bring up 3rd and right at 10. So a break for the Eagle defense there as they're going to get another chance to get off the field here on this 3rd down. Everything on the ground so far for the Titans.
3rd and 9 here. I wouldn't be surprised to see. We mentioned that Ridgeland. I know last year, we're going to learn about this team as we go along today. They spread us out pretty good last year. They seem to be staying in tight here going back under center. So Eagles got to do a better job right here of wrapping up.
Quarterback D.K. Wallace takes a snap, looking to throw here. Rolls out under pressure. Tripp Smith almost got him. Then another Eagle misses him. Now he throws and is caught there by number 7, Javarius Luckett, who comes back to the quarterback and catches the ball just beyond the first down sticks. And there's another flag in the backfield. Probably a hold there. Anytime the quarterback gets that much extra time and is running around for his life, inevitably there's going to be a hold. And so now we're going to go from what was a 3rd and 4 and then a 3rd and 9, and now it's going to be more like a 3rd and 14. Actually, it's going to be a 10-yard penalty, so nearly a 3rd and
almost 20 to
almost
go there.
20 there. And so we're going to go take 3 on this 3rd down play. And the Eagles got pressure there off the left side, just couldn't quite get him down maybe because of a hold.
And you can almost say that the Eagle pressure is what caused the hold to happen. The quarterback's moving right to left and right to left. The leverage the offensive line's trying to get is just shifting. Held on him.
Looking to throw again. Rolling out to his right. Saw another hold there. Tripp Smith's jersey almost got pulled off. Now the Eagle defense closes and pushes him out of bounds just short of the 30-yard line. And so they will get the stop with no flags. And that'll be a 3rd down stop for the Eagle defense.
Very well. Like you mentioned, it could have been. I saw that 52 jersey get stretched as far as he could get it. Tripp, hey, I'm telling you.
He gets after the quarterback.
We got after him last week. I'm very impressed. He and Kaysen doing a good job of disrupting. And Eagle offense looking like they're going to get the ball back in decent field position here if the Eagles can handle this punt.
Brian Davis back for the Eagles. Very dangerous on the return here. He's standing inside his own 40-yard line. Snap is low, the punt is off. It's a line drive right to Davis, who chooses not to catch that at the 40. It takes a huge Titan bounce and is going to be downed around the Eagle 20-yard line. Brian kicking himself for not receiving
Davis,
that football.
If Brian wasn't kicking himself, Coach Davis is kicking him. He is
cost his team
visibly upset.
Maybe 20 yards there, which is tough, but that's the one that he wants to take and run. If you start thinking about the return yardage that somebody as dangerous as Brian is adds, it could be even more. But sometimes those plays turn out to be smart. You don't mishandle a football on a wet field. He didn't feel confident. No harm done by letting it roll to a stop. And now let your offense go to work. Kane Ashley going to be back under center this time in the wing T formation. Now they're going to shift and off balance to the right. Here comes Davis around the right side. A lot of room out on this edge. Defense closes in a hurry. He stays on his feet, still free, and is going to be brought down there for a gain of about 4 yards on the play. Titan defense did a pretty good job responding to that late shift and still getting good pursuit to catch Davis. Looks like he gains 5.
Yeah, good gain there. That is, for the first quarter and a half last week, that would have been the longest run of the game. So yeah. Eagles did a good job there blocking up front, giving Davis enough space.
Ashley going to step back into the shotgun again in that 2 wide receiver right formation. This time he gives it to Houston. Got a little room on the left. He stacked up quickly, I believe, for no gain.
Man, I would have loved to have seen Houston cut that back up towards the middle. We talked about Sam and I did in our own personal conversations about how he and RJ both did such a good job when the play seemed to be moving one way.
Stretching it.
They put their foot
and
in the
then cutting
ground
it up.
and cutting it up.
He missed his cut right there, but it took he and the other backs a couple of quarters to figure that out, and we'll see if that repeats itself here tonight. 3rd down and 4 now for the Eagles in the shotgun again. Davis back in the slot, single safety. See if they go after him. Ashley is looking to throw out to his left. Got Weathersby in the flat. Good for the 1st down and more. He's brought down at the 40-yard line. That's really well done by the Eagle offense to convert on 3rd down.
Morgan Weathersby is difficult to guard anyways, but in those short yardage situations, you see him just go out. He's going to go up and out there. Really simple pitch and catch for a quarterback.
And you know what's coming off that with his speed is somewhere later in the game, if they continue to sit on that flat route and man, he's going to turn that into an out and up, and he's going to be standing in the end zone before it's over with. Eagles again in a tight formation now. Ashley under center. It is Davis. No, it's Mattia in motion who cuts it up, and he is going to be brought down there at the 40-yard line. Really nice job by that Titan defender. Mattia is trying to cut it up inside of him like we talked about, but he doesn't cut it quite sharply enough. Eagle defender gets his hands on him and stops him there for a gain of 2.
2nd and 8 from about the 41-yard line. Eagles could have started their possession here. They've done a good job getting that yardage back. Offense looks good. See what they come out here with. Kane's going to move back into the shotgun. O-line shifts again.
Ball's on the ground. Ashley picks it up. Nowhere to go. He's hit immediately by 3 or 4 Eagles. See the potential issues that come from a wet football in a shotgun snapping situation. It's a good snap, but on a potentially wet football, Ashley can't handle the snap, goes on the ground. By that time, the rest of the timing of the play is off. That was just going to be a little handoff to the left, and by the time he gets the ball up, nothing else working, so going to bring up 3rd and 12 now for the Eagle offense. They stay in the shotgun. Both receivers go to the left this time.
They are really close on those receivers.
Weathersby in motion.
Back.
Has Brian Davis out. A little levels look. He's got Weathersby underneath, and then Davis on the mid-level, and then he's got Keegan Cooper all deeper going to the same side. And Ashley tries to drop that one in, and that's a tough throw to make. Can't quite drop it in there to Davis, and that's going to bring up 4th down in a punting situation for the Eagles.
Had his man there, had time. It's hard to see. From here, Davis just looks open, and we say, well, Kane just should make that throw. There's no telling what he's seeing in front of him. That's a hard throw to make, especially moving to your left.
Hayden Boykin now kicked great last week. Here's another really, really good one.
Stop,
that one rolls down. It's going to stop inside the 10-yard line. I'll tell you what, Hayden Boykin didn't get player of the game last week, but he was a candidate.
But, man,
he recovered an onside kick. He kicked another one that got recovered. He made all of his extra points and a field goal, and he punted amazingly. And at a point in the game when the Eagle offense was really doing nothing, he kept the Eagles in it by flipping field position multiple times. He flips it again here, going to pin the Titans deep inside their own 10-yard line.
Man, he is just, we talked about him last week. If we could give out, he did win Eagles Special Teams Player of the Week. So the guys recognized his hard work, and we recognize it here right now as well. Inside the 10-yard line is where we want this offense all night.
He's really a weapon for the special teams. And special teams, something that Coach Davis coaches hard, expects a lot out of, and that they win that phase almost every single week. For now, it's the defense. Here come the Titans. They come out and give it off to the running back, who breaks tackles and runs ahead for a gain of 11 yards. He's got it out past the 20-yard line, and that's a really tough run and a lot of good work by that Titan offensive line and their running back.
Yeah, he does just a good job of just keeping his feet turning. It felt like we had red jerseys around him the entire time, but he just keeps his feet moving,
Yeah, and broke a couple arm tackles on that one. 1st and 10 now from about the 11-yard line. They give it off the left side, and there's Batee, who gets into the backfield, sets that edge, and then shuts that play down. Going to be no gain on the play for the Titans. Looks like we've got a timeout coming here. And as they go to timeout on the field, we will as well. Stay tuned for more Eagle football when we come back right here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Come on, we're going to be late.
No, school. No.
When your garage door breaks, you don't just need fast, you need super fast. Call today and we'll send a certified garage technician to your home. Quality repairs done so fast, it's like nothing ever happened.
They're not fast, they're super fast.
Call today and we're on the way.
Welcome back to Eagle Football here on the Eagle Sports Network. 2nd down and 10. Titans have the ball from just outside their own 20-yard line. Quarterback looking to pass, rolls to his right. That ball is picked off. Brian Davis cuts up and immediately takes that thing. He sits back at safety, sees it coming the whole way. Eagles have the ball now deep in Titan territory. Brian Davis excited. Coach Davis excited. This Eagle defense coming up with the key turnovers that we've said are so important to help this team go to work.
Man, that looked eerily similar to the ball that got picked off that was headed towards Brian Davis last week to end the half. The quarterback's moving that way. It cuts the field in half. Brian is the safety. Normally back there by himself says, okay, I'm going to move in on this play, makes the jump, and now here's the Eagle offense.
Hey, we know this team thrives off turnovers. Helped them last week. Let's see what they do here. Here comes Ashley, tosses it to Houston to his right. Got a little room out there, breaks one tackle, and then he's going to be stacked up. Not much there for the running backs as they've got a man out on this edge who is just kind of coming free, and we saw them take some time to adjust to that last week. Houston puts his head down and gets maybe a gain of 2 here, 2nd down for the Eagles.
I love the idea there of what Houston's a running back, but he just moves to his right, and it almost works as a little dump off, a little check down, but by design. It's not as if he's going through reads. He just dumps it down and allows him to run. Houston ran really good last week. Would love to get him going again.
Ashley in the shotgun gives it to Houston to get big hole off the left side this time. He cuts it back up into the middle. More running room there, and that's a nice gain on 2nd down. Going to bring up 3rd and very short for the Eagle offense. Houston there does a nice job finding the seam that we talked about, some of the backs missing earlier. That time he hits his hole and almost breaks that one. Good job by the Titan defender to keep him down short of the 1st down, 3rd down, and about 3.
Sam, 3rd downs are huge at every level of the game. Eagles would love to extend this drive here and keep it going.
Ashley under center this time. Now we see them shift to the right. This is where they like to run that sweep. Here comes Davis. Fumble snap again. Looks like Davis falls on it. Really struggling to get that snap now. As we saw them, they were going to run that sweep with Davis in motion and try to outnumber them to that side. But after the ball is dropped, going to bring up 4th down, and we'll see if they bring on the special teams to try a field goal here.
Going to take the points here. Eagles defense and special teams did a good job of setting them up with good field position. You hate to not cash in, but you don't want to walk away with nothing. See if Hayden can get us on the board here.
Yeah, and we know Hayden's reliable. Got to get a good snap, got to get a hold. They do. The kick is up. And it is good. Great kick there by Hayden Boykin as he drills that one through the uprights, and the Eagles take the lead, 3-0. It's a good job capitalizing, getting points off the turnover by the Eagles. You get a turnover that deep, naturally you want to get the touchdown, but you got to walk away with points. Eagles do that. Interesting to see what Coach Davis has up his sleeve, as it's the first time for the Eagles to attempt a kickoff. He likes to do some different things with his kickoffs. Hayden Boykin, who we've talked about a lot, is a weapon, can kick the ball off a lot of different ways. See number 20, a true freshman, Rylan Gordon, taking the field. And special teams here want to give true freshmen that make the varsity squad a shout out. So good job him to Rylan out there. And we'll see if they kick this ball deep or if they try to create some more momentum here early in this football game. And here we'll see them. They break, fake to the line. Now they fan back out. See, the Titans are all bunched in tight, expecting something, and now they start to back off.
That ball's flat. That's the reason they're going to do that. Normally, Hayden would just pooch this.
He squibs this one down through. That one did get touched. Big hop received there at the 20 by the Titans. He's still on his feet. The Titan helmet's on the ground, and that's a good job by Sagini of the Eagles right there, who is able to push him out of bounds just shy of the 30-yard line, and good job by that Eagle coverage team. You mentioned that kickoff being squibbed down. It's a wet field. That ball just goes to bouncing. It does take the big hop, and it's a very effective kickoff for the Eagles.
Well, you can see that the Titans have done their homework on Eagles special teams, because Hayden Boykin he did it last week. If that ball's upright, he can pooch kick that towards the sideline and keep it in bounds. But because that ball's flat, they say we're going to get real close in the middle, not going to let you beat us on a short kick up the middle. They did a good job of fielding that. Eagles defense back out there again, needing a stop.
Eagle defense fresh off an interception by Brian Davis. This time the run is up the middle, and he is going to be tackled there. Gain of about 4 on the play by the running back. I think that is number 3 again, Cornelius Caraway. There, the Titans have been able to find some room in the middle of that Eagle defense. 2nd and 5 coming up.
Eagle defensive line has done a lot better job against the pass than they have against the run here early, Sam. I'd love to see them start closing up some of those holes, allow the speed at the linebacker level to help you in that second level.
This time he gives it to 3 again. Big hole on the right side. He breaks it to the second level and is tackled just short of the 50-yard line. Now you see 10 running back on the field. That's R.J. Davis. He's been missing in on that possession so far. I think he got an ankle retaped, and so now good to see him coming back on as the Titans are on the move here. 1st and 10 from their 46-yard line, 47-yard line.
Yep, we heard from David there on the sideline in our ears. It was a foot sprain. I think he probably had that pre-wrapped anyways. I'm glad to have him back out.
Quarterback keeps this one to the right. Big hole. He's in the open field on the right side. He's brought down there just shy of the 30-yard line. That's number 6 on the tackle, maybe number 8. Can't see that number. That's number 6. I think that's
Ryland McFall.
I think that's Ryland McFall, which is not what it says, which is what it says on the roster for Florence. I was looking at the Ridgeland roster. I thought that was Ryland, but what I was looking at said something different. Good to see him back. Hands in a cast and got some tape still around it, but he comes in to make a touchdown-saving tackle right there. Titans really get something moving on the ground. Coach Davis comes, takes a timeout. As they take a timeout, we will as well. Let's hear from our sponsors. Stay tuned for more Eagle football right here on the Eagle Sports Network.
So we've made it out to the warehouse where we're carrying bentonite products for drilling applications. We're carrying absorbents for any kind of spill applications, traffic control products for any other traffic control needs you have. We even have pallets of water. So safety is a big thing for us here at ESI Supply. So come see any of our 8 employees and any of our 7 employees, and we'll be happy to help.
Welcome back to Eagle football here on the Eagle Sports Network. Titans now on the ground. Quarterback keeps it again to his right. Another big hole, same play they just ran before the break. Broke it for a big gain. They break this one for a big gain as well. That time it's number 3, Cam Page. And the Titans really seem to have found something on the right side of that offensive line that they like. They've had a lot of success there. We'll see what the Eagles do to try and counteract that. You got 10, R.J. Davis, who we just mentioned with a ankle or foot sprain, who's now down on the field again.
Looks like he's going to hop up and get off on his own power, but you just hate to see. Came out with some fervency. I thought maybe he was feeling good, but that's not a good sign.
39, Reese McGowan comes on to replace him. And so a loss there for the Eagle defense. Next man up as they are, the Titans have their ball deep in Eagle territory now, 2nd down and 4. This time it's off the left side, big hole into the secondary. Davis gets a hand on McFall able to finish him off there, and this Titan offense really establishing themselves in the running game. We mentioned they found something on the right side. This time they hit the left side. They hit another big gash.
Yeah, they're just doing a good job of blocking up front. I mean, they're moving guys. They're getting the holes that they want, A gap, B gap, and it's all inside, Sam. So their offensive line deserves a lot of credit for the disruption they're causing to the Eagle up front.
1st and 10 from the 19-yard line for the Titans. This time quarterback keeps it. He's hit initially, spins off a man, breaks it to the outside. Davis is going to wrap him up there. Nice play by the Eagles as they're going to stop him for a loss. Couldn't tell who got that initial contact. We'll see if we can get it on replay. But that really broke up the timing of the play when he had to push it outside. And then Brian Davis comes up with a nice tackle to finish him off.
I tell you, the Eagles are very
Nice
fortunate
stop for a loss.
that that's still a loss. Not doing a very good job of wrapping up, especially on the quarterback runs in particularly. Love to see them improve as this game moves along, just kind of getting their hands on them and bringing them down. But luckily, still a loss there, 2nd and 11.
Titans tight formation again, gives it to the up back. He's hit immediately by Trip Smith, who stacks him up in the backfield and stops him for a loss. Tripp just beats his man on the inside, and he says, no, no, no. Interesting there to see Trip Smith lined up at the nose tackle on the inside, which is an adjustment, uses his quickness, beats the center into the A-gap, and that's just a great play by Trip Smith, who's had a really nice game early on. Big stop brings up 3rd and 14 for the Eagle defense. Looks like we're going to have a timeout on the field. We will take one as well. Stay tuned for more Eagle football when we come back here on the Eagle Sports Network. Welcome back to Eagle.
Welcome back to Eagle football here on the Eagle Sports Network. The Titans are back on the field, so we're going to cut it right back to our camera up top. Hand off towards the right side and stacked up very quickly, and it'll bring up 4th down. So Trip Smith does a good job there disrupting on that 2nd and long, keeping it 3rd and long, and the Eagle defense looks like they're going to get away with some sort of stop here. I think they're running out the special teams with an attempt to tie the game.
Titan place kicker comes on the field here. Going to try to tie this game up. Nice play by the Eagle defense to stop this Titan offense that was getting big gains through the ground. They get in the red zone, get a stop here. Here comes the kick. Hold us down, kick is up, and it is good. Nice job by the kicking unit there. Again, wet field, wet football, but they execute, and that's going to make it 3-3 tied here between the Eagles and the Titans. The Titans really moved the ball on the ground effectively, but the Eagle defense got the stops when they needed to.
Yeah, I think both sides would say that that's a win. The Titans like the way that they moved the ball there, and the Florence Eagles are very fortunate to come away with only 3 points there. The way they were moving the ball, you'll take a win keeping them out of the end zone there.
Yeah, and we need to watch this and see. I think the Eagles may have found something moving Trip Smith on the inside. Not the biggest guy, but his quickness was really on display and effective there. That was one of the things that really changed the outlook of that drive as he was getting a lot of penetration off the inside once they moved him into that nose position, and we'll see if that's an adjustment that they continue to try. For now, the Titans prepare to kick this ball deep. Got it on the tee. 11 minutes, 16 seconds here in the second quarter. all tied up at 3. This ball is kicked deep, going to be received by Davis there at the 15-yard line. He's going to break it out to his right. He makes a man miss. Now tries to pop it out to the left side. Nowhere to go, and he's going to be stacked up at the 20-yard line. Going to give him his forward progress there to maybe the 22, and that's where the Eagle offense will come back out. Eagle offense has moved the football a little on some drives, but has yet to find any sustained success. They open up this football game with a deep pass that was picked off, but they have had some receivers open and have hit a few in the possessions that have followed.
Yeah, I think they've done a little bit of everything decent. It's just haven't been able to put it all together. Like you said, the Eagles would love to see the mix of some space they've gotten up front running the ball mixed with some of those screens and short passes.
Now you see the offensive line shift overload to the left. They give it to the up back this time in the middle, who's still on his feet, still falling forward. Good job pushing that pile forward. And is that Smith there on that carry? I think that's Houston, number 1.
That's going to be Houston, yeah, number 1.
On that carry, really good, tough run. And that's a great first down play for this offense that wants to run the football, wants to grind it out, and is able to pick up almost 6 there on that first down run.
Yeah, Xavier Smith left Forest Hill on some crutches. He is in on the defensive side of the ball, but that looks like it, Sam. Looks like that the majority of the load that he's going to carry tonight will be on that side of the ball.
Tight formation for the Eagles this time. Ashley under center. This time he gives it to Weathersby around the left side, who finds a little gap. Nice cutback before he's stacked up there at about the 30-yard line. You can see Morgan really trying to pick his way through there. Just not a lot of room to run. He cuts it up and makes one man miss, and then cuts it up, and finally is taken down. Good job to get what he can get. Going to bring up 3rd and maybe 2.5 here. Eagles really need to convert this 3rd down. Don't want to give the football back to an offense that just chewed up some yardage and made their way down the field. See if they can pick up this 3rd down.
You know the Eagle defense is thinking the same thing. That was a long drive there by the Titans. Love to see the Eagle offense extended.
In the shotgun here, motion around. They give it to Houston up the middle. Nice block by 59, and that's Houston breaking the tackle and shooting his way across the mark for the first down. He's going to have first down yardage. Nice run there by Houston. We've commented on the patience that he runs with. Really sets up his blocks well, helps number 59, his offensive lineman,
that's
who
Lane
is
Weathersby,
leading there. Really helps Lane kind of escort him through, pushes him into a block, and uses that to spring himself for the first down.
Talked about how big that 3rd down conversion would have been. Now we've got it. Got to keep this drive going. Eagles set up shop at about 38-yard line.
Under 10 minutes now in the second half. This time it's going to be given to Batee off the right side. He's got a little room, and somebody catches an ankle there, and looks like he was getting ready to break that one for a bigger gain. Going to get about 4 as it is, but still another nice first down gain for the Eagles.
Yeah, number 10, Jarvis Woody for the Titans there, comes up on the bottom of that pile. I think he just was able to come from his safety spot. He's the guy that got the interception. Comes up from his safety spot, trips up Cortland. Eagles got about a 2nd and 6 here.
Eagles back in the tight formation. Ashley throws this one out to the left, has Batee out in the flat, who catches that one, is across the 50 and is brought down there. First time we see another little wrinkle, that time in the tight formation, but from the shotgun. Hit Batee out in the flat, which is a good safe throw that they like to hit. He does a good job hanging onto that football and getting another first down for the Eagle offense, who is now on the move into Titan territory.
And that's an adjustment, Sam. That's similar to that levels play where Kane was moving. He just overshoots him. That time, Kane able to keep his feet flat on the ground. He only has the ball about 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds. Perfectly floated over the top.
Really nice throw. Ashley under center now. Davis in motion. They give it to Houston, who follows him. And he is hitting the backfield. Lots of penetration off that left side by that Titan defense. Really just nowhere to go there for the running back.
You know, Sam, it is interesting as I watch the game unfold. Titans still committing a lot of bodies towards the line of scrimmage here. So interesting to see that the Eagles are staying steadfast under center and moving that ball through the gap. When we've seen it work, them spreading the ball out some.
2nd and 12 now for the Eagles. Back in the shotgun this time. 2 receivers left. That's Davis in the slot. Motion is Weathersby. Now 3 to that side. Kane looking, makes a man miss, steps up. He's going to run this thing. He's going to get a gain of maybe 2 or 3 on the play. Nice job by Ashley there. Just kind of putting his head down, getting back the lost yardage and a few more. Going to make it manageable here, 3rd and 7. And those are the kind of plays you really want to see from a young quarterback. Makes his read, sees it's not there, doesn't put the ball in any jeopardy, puts his head down, gets the yards he can. And you see that Ashley can make some people miss.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the fastest kid, but is quick on his feet. He's dead to rights there with a guy coming at him, simply sidesteps him and steps up and gets some yards. And that'll make this 3rd down, maybe 3rd and 8. Another opportunity for the Eagles to convert and keep this football in tight territory.
Here.
Under 7 now.
Yeah,
All right.
They were having a hard time kind of getting that play communicated. The play clock's on 6, and Husky looks at Davis, and Davis looks at the ref. They're going to take a break, and we will as well. You'll get a word from our sponsors. We'll bring you the rest of this first half right here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Come on, we're going to be late.
No school. No
When your
school.
garage door breaks, you don't just need fast, you need super fast. Call today and we'll send a certified garage technician to your home. Quality repairs done so fast, it's like nothing ever happened.
They're not fast. They're super fast.
Call today and we're on the way.
Welcome back to Eagle football here on the Eagle Sports Network. Eagle offense now 3rd and 8 on the play. Could be 4-down territory for the Eagles as they're in tight territory. Ashley, little pitch to Morgan Weathersby up to the inside, stretches it out, nowhere to go, and he's going to be brought down for a loss. And that may change things. May not be 4-down territory after the loss on the play. Situation where if you get 4 or 5 there, you may go for it. You lose a few, and now you don't. I do like that little play call.
I do too.
Wrinkle, just don't get it blocked up right there, and that'll bring up 4th and 14 in a punting situation as the Eagles send Hayden Boykin out.
We talked about the amount of bodies they're committing to the line of scrimmage. Well, one of the ways that you break that is some smoke screens, some flips, some switches, and they do that with Morgan. Just doesn't do a good job blocking it up front.
Boykin punts this ball high into the air, takes another great bounce. The Eagles are all down there in time. As he takes that and rolls out to his right, the Titans send no pressure whatsoever. And so he just takes his time and takes his time and takes his time, kicks it high. By the time he kicks it, all of the Eagles are down there to cover. The return man has no chance. It's just great special teams play by the Eagles and really good execution by Boykin there, who continues to do fine work in the kicking game.
6 minutes left, as you can see on your screen there in this first half, all knotted up at 3. Eagle defense, Titan defense going back and forth. Offenses have both shown some signs of life, but 3 is all that each offense can muster here with 6 minutes left, and the Eagles hoping to keep that guess score at 3 with 6 minutes left here in the half.
Eagle defense has played really well in this first half, have produced 1 turnover, which led to the 3 points for the Eagle offense. But they did give up some yards on their last drive, most of those coming on the ground. Titans able to get it deep into the red zone before the Eagles are able to get them stopped and force a field goal try. We'll see if this Eagle defense can stop them on their own end of the field now with just over 6 minutes left to go before halftime. Quarterback keeps this one out to his left, and he is hit immediately there. Again, a nice play. That's 43 for the Eagles. My eyes aren't good enough to see this.
I'm seeing Noah Myers on the tackle there. So number 43, Noah Myers. First time calling his name this year, but I'm glad we did. What a good pursuit on the quarterback, Sam. I thought for sure from here that number 3 had the ball. He's moving up the field, and I'm thinking, oh no, Titans have a big gain, but the quarterback keeps that.
And Myers maybe getting some time because R.J. Davis went out of the game. I don't see him back on the field, and so way to step up for an opportunity there with one of these Eagles on the field. Titan quarterback keeps it this time. Got a man deep over the middle. Davis got a beat on it and almost has his 2nd pick of the game. Weathersby also back there. Number 11 for the Titans is back there. Dalen Lott. But the Eagles have him well covered, and 2 Eagles have a chance at that one. Neither of them can get it, but they do force the incompletion, 3rd down and 11.
Yeah, those safeties, I mean, between Brian and Morgan, it's really hard to get a ball over the top, and you can see why. Both of those guys have a beat on it. I bet Morgan's thinking the same thing. Man, if you just let that go,
I had it.
It's in my stomach.
That's
but man,
what he said. I had it.
I'm just applauding both of their efforts there on that play. It's really hard to throw on this Eagle defense over the top when those guys are ready for the ball.
3rd down now for the Titans. Quarterback under center. Flags fly. This one's going to be blown dead. I don't think they got it off. It is going to be a delay of game for the Titans. That's going to move them back 5 more. They're even deeper into their own territory now, and this Eagle defense starts to think, hey, if we can force this 3rd down stop, we have the opportunity to get this ball in great field position to maybe go down and get a score before half.
5 minutes until the half. If you look around, Eagle Stadium is looking beautiful today. The tailgating, Sam, is awesome, man.
Really cool scene down there.
It's a really cool scene. We were down there pregame, kind of getting a look at what the school has been able to set up in that end zone over there. You getting a look at it right there at home. It's just really cool to see the environment that's created around this football team. They're facing a 3rd and long here, trying to get off the field.
Quarterback looking to pass this ball. He's got a man over the middle. There's Davis back, and he tips this ball, and the Titan receiver almost has it, and then Weathersby comes up and knocks it out of his hands at the last minute. That was a spectacular play by almost everybody involved. It boils down to an incomplete pass and a 4th down for the Titans. Good coverage that time by the Eagles. Titan receiver thinks he's got a shot. Davis is he covers up a lot of ground and goes up, gets a hand on the football.
That football was available for everyone involved, and that just a roller coaster of emotions. The Eagles are looking like they're going to get off the field. Then it looks like a pick. Then it looks like it may be a long conversion. So thankfully that ball falls to the turf. Eagles looking to see if they can't get good field position here. Brian got a low line drive. He won't get one this time.
What a punt.
It will take
Davis
a good bounce.
Does collect it. Rolls across to his left. He's got to see him trying to cut up. Now back across to his right. Makes 2 guys miss, still on his feet, brought down at midfield. The Titan punter punted with his feet in the end zone, and that ball was punted 50 yards in the air. Great punt by the Titan punter there. Davis does a good job to collect this one and not lose any more yards. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagle offense right at midfield. Big opportunity here, just under 5 minutes left in the first half. A very closely contested first half. Eagles have a chance to go down, maybe see if they can't get their team the lead. Ashley under center in the wing tee. It's Davis in motion. They give it to him. He cuts this one up inside. That's a really nice adjustment by the Eagle running back to cut that ball to the inside. The Titan linebackers are flying to the outside when they see that motion. And that play is designed to go outside.
That's right.
Davis takes advantage, goes on the inside, and breaks it for a gain of about 7 yards.
It's designed to go that way. The Titans respect his speed. They're going to go that way. He makes a smart football move, puts his foot in the ground. He's looking at a loss maybe if he tries to bounce that. Instead, looking at a gain of about 6. Eagles trying to make some noise here right before the end of the first half. Rain is falling here again.
Ashley in the shotgun, gives it to Houston, who's still on his feet. Ball's loose.
And the ball's still loose.
Looks like the Titans got it. And they do.
And disaster strikes. I just mentioned that the rain is starting to fall down here again. You got to wonder if that ball wasn't a little bit loose there because of the conditions. Houston just gets that ball popped out. You could see Coach Davis very animated on the sideline, telling him to cover up that ball, put it in your stomach, hunch over it if you have to, but a turnover is not what the Eagles needed right there. And it turns out Titans might as well had that long play. Now they're looking at decent field position, knocking on midfield with about 4 minutes left.
Yeah, Titans get the ball back. The Eagles think they've got a chance to go down and score, walk out of this half with the lead, but now the Titans wind up with the football after the fumble, and that's the 2nd turnover of this half for the Eagle offense. Quarterback gives it to his running back, who's got a big hole on the left side. That's 3. He's around the left edge, across the 40, pushed out of bounds there at the 40-yard line. Davis escorts him out, but not before a big gain for the Titans.
And one bad event leads to another for the Eagles. Immediately after the turnover, the Titans get a huge run. by number 3 there. That's Cornelius Caraway with a nice carry. Good get up. Eagles got to make a stop here. In enemy territory are the Titans at the 40-yard line.
They stay in this wing formation. Gives it to Caraway again, right up the middle. Another big hole. This time he's got a gain of about 7 yards, maybe 8 yards again. And just a lot of room between those defensive ends and the nose tackle right on the inside of this Eagle defense. Even the previous play that Caraway ends up eventually bouncing to the outside, starts inside, and that's where they're having their greatest success.
3.5 ticking down.
2nd down and 4 now. Titans under center again. Quarterback keeps it around to his left. He's free in the open field at the 10. He's going to be brought down there inside the 5 as number 8, Hemphill, catches him to save a touchdown. But that's going to be 1st and goal from about the 3-yard line for the Titans after a big run by the quarterback, D.K. Wallace.
Yeah, D.K. and Titan offense not doing anything flashy there.
Student body left is what you call that play. It's just a straight quarterback keep sweep.
He is taking the ball, almost turning himself a full 360 before he takes off running again, and it's been really effective against the Eagle defense today.
Here he comes again, this time to the running back who's straight ahead. He's into the end zone for a touchdown. That's going to be a touchdown for the Titans and going to make it 9-3 here with just under 3 minutes to go in this first half. Really good push by the offensive line on that entire drive, and they're able to secure the touchdown for their offense. We'll see if they can score the point after.
It is almost like clockwork when you see those turnovers leading to points, and that is something the Eagles did not want to do with a chance to go up. Turn the ball over, and Titans looking to take advantage here with a 7-point lead.
Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and it is good, and that's going to make it 10-3 Titans, just under 3 left to go in this first half. Eagles are going to get this football back, which is the silver lining to a cloud that you can see is dropping rain again, and certainly that contributed to the fumble there and the loss of the football, but the Eagles just simply have to do a better job of taking care of the football. Turnovers here, certainly the difference in this game.
Game is progressing along rather quickly. Referee crew doing an excellent job getting this ball placed.
And it has been a clean game tonight.
It has.
Not many flags.
Nope.
We've seen that was not what we saw last week.
We saw a drive for the Titans that where they
multiple
really racked
penalties.
them up. But other than that, both sides
clean.
Both sides doing a good job of playing this game clean.
See if the Eagles can get a little return here. Again, 3 men deep. Weathersby in the center. Petit and Davis on either side. Kicker is going to kick this ball deep. Davis going to receive it there at the 10. Break it straight ahead. He's got a gap, and somebody catches a leg. 14 for the Titans there. Catches a leg. Looks like Davis is just about to break that one into the open field. Still a nice return. Is tackled just shy of his own 35-yard line.
See the offense run onto the field. Kane Ashley, R.J. Davis, Petit. Good to see R.J. back out there.
Be interesting to see what the offense does here, if they play more conservative with this time and down and distance in their own territory, or if they are aggressive because they're behind in this first half. It's actually in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left, running back to his left. He does roll to his left, heavy pressure, and he is hit as he throws. Just kind of spikes this one out of bounds. I think he's throwing it away as Davis is in the area, but just getting rid of that football. As soon as he rolled out, there were 4 or 5 white jerseys right on top of him. Almost like a naked bootleg type look there. Doesn't really fool anybody.
Doesn't fool anyone, so Kane does a good job.
So he just gets rid of it.
Getting it down.
Exactly what he needed to do.
You're moving that way. It's an opposite of your arm. If he does try to get that ball, if he puts it on Brian, you're worried that the DB may be able to jump it, not get a lot on it. Good job of just spiking it. 2nd and 10 for the Eagles.
Titans still with a single high safety. Eagles give it to Petit this time, who cuts back inside, and he's going to be brought down after a very short gain, maybe a gain of 2 on that run. Going to be 3rd down and 8. Going to be a timeout on the field here, and I believe the Eagles are going to take this timeout, figure out what to do on this 3rd down play. Let's get you one last break before we go into halftime. Stay tuned for more Eagle football after the break right here on the Eagle Sports Network. Welcome back to Eagle Football here on the Eagle Sports Network. Eagles now 3rd and 8 in their own territory. Ashley picks up that snap after it hits the ground, trying to hit Weathersby on a screen. Again, because we can't seem to complete the quarterback center exchange, the timing is thrown off. All he can do is try to collect the ball and get rid of it. And just not a good looking play there for the Eagles. And that's going to bring up 4th and 8. And really because the Eagles are aggressive and do throw the ball, multiple plays there, Titans are going to get back in plenty of time now with an offense that just blistered down the field and a chance to maybe even get good field position, although Boykin very effective with his punts. Again, rolls out. Again, plenty of time. Again, a really nice punt there. Bounces at the 30, is fielded, and he is tackled after a short return. Titans going to have it at about their own 35-yard line.
Yeah, just a frustrating half, Sam. You know, and you feel like your defense has played well. They do kind of get gashed that last drive on some runs, some really simple runs, inability to cause any type of penetration up front. The quarterback has enough speed that once he gets past that level, it's really hard for the guys to bring him down. But offensively, it just absolutely nothing to show for it. You've liked some things you've seen. I like some of the wrinkles that they're trying, the shot to open the game and some screen passes. Just can't connect on it. It looks really sloppy right now, and you want to attribute it to the weather. But, man, a lot of it is just can't even get the ball into the quarterback's hands cleanly. So Eagles got a lot of work to do.
With another handoff right up the middle this time. He's got another gain of maybe 4 or 5 on the play. Cam Page is stacking up a number of tackles this half. He gets another one as the clock ticks now. Going to be down under 2 minutes. 10-3, Titans lead. Eagle defense needs to do all they can to not let this lead get any further. Titans give it to the running back again. This time stacked up more immediately and driven back for a short loss there.
Just, every Eagle you could possibly imagine was in on that play. Cam Page, R.J. Davis, Cortland Batee, all these guys kind of getting in on that action there. Good job. Brings up a 3rd down, 1:25 ticking down. Eagle offense pretty much at this point, unless we're barring a turnover right here, something willing to go into the half here and talk about some adjustments that need to be made in the second half.
Quarterback rolls out, keeps it to his left. Big hole again. He's got the 1st down. As that play we have not figured out how to stop. And it's been in every playbook forever, yet we're having a real hard time as they just bring the whole team around, get some blockers in front of the quarterback. He's pretty quick on his feet. And it looks like the Titans really just want to let this clock run down as it goes under a minute unless they break off something big here.
And they can.
They have.
We've seen it.
Here he goes the quarterback again to his left, still on his feet. He's going to step out of bounds there after a gain of 6 or 7. That will stop the clock.
You know, Sam, I'm surprised we're not walking more bodies up to try to help that Eagle defensive line. They're not really showing you anything other than this. If it's not this quarterback design, taking a step back, running, it's a handoff that's headed that way as well, or even to the other side. I'm really surprised that we're not walking more bodies up. Brian did it a lot last week. Safeties getting in on tackles. I'd love to see these guys start to plug some of these holes.
Quarterback gives it. Now ball's on the ground now as he fakes the handoff, then picks it up, and he's going to be stacked. Did the Eagles get that football?
Wait, that ball's loose.
I think the football's on the ground. Eagles got it. Not sure if we get a signal. I think the White Hat's going to say he was down.
Oh, they're going to say 3rd down.
He's going to say he was down, and I'm not sure that he was. White Hat was confused there, didn't see what happened to the football. We'll see if we can see it on the replay. I think that ball came out.
Let's see.
After the quarterback
the ball
is hit.
Is loose.
He picks it up. Watch this ball come out right here.
He's on bodies.
He's on a player, and that ball is out way before he gets to the ground.
They're not going to be able to see that.
Eagles unfortunate here to not have this football. See if they can get a stop here, 3rd down. They're going to give it to the back off to the left.
Good.
And Trip Smith there gets a hold, will not let go. and that is going to bring up 4th down. Coach Dave's going to take a timeout right here, and I really like this.
I do too. Maybe you get a turnover. Maybe you can get a big return out of this. You don't want to completely concede here.
You're gonna force them to punt this football, which they would not have had to do. And you're either going to go after the punt or set up a return. But in a half where you've struggled to do anything on offense, an opportunity here maybe to go get some points out of the end of this half, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, getting back to that fumble that was not ruled a fumble, so it was not a fumble.
Right.
I really think that ball came out, and the officials just didn't see it.
And that's tough.
And it's hard to see because of the pile of
there's
bodies
there. Everywhere. It's a bang-bang play as it is. We're even speculating. We can't see that football. It just looks like, from our angle, his body is laying on top of an Eagle defender. He's not down. That ball comes loose. That's our perspective. They have a different perspective. Anyways, Eagles have a chance with a man deep. Try to do something here with 16 seconds left in the half, down 7.
See if they go after this punt. Line drive punt. It's going to be received there by Davis, who breaks it to the left, nowhere to go. And he's going to be tackled there inside his 20. And that will likely probably get one snap here and then go to halftime with the Eagles trailing by 7. Titans up 10-3.
Yep, 5 seconds left in this half. Don't run away just quite yet. We have a plethora of things happening for you at halftime. But to kick it off, we are also going to get an interview. We're also going to get an interview from Coach Davis and get his thoughts on, and you can see here on our screen, Eagle Sports Network is even popular inside the stadium. We're getting parents getting a good look at some of our replays. I bet they're curious about that fumble as well. But, yeah, we are going to get an interview from Coach Davis here in about 5 seconds to get his thoughts
for
on
the
the
Eagles.
half.
Ashley drops back, heavy pressure, and he's going to be sacked there at the 15-yard line. And kind of a play that characterized the first half for the offense there, as they really struggled to move the football. And that's going to take us to halftime. We're going to get an interview if Coach Davis will get us one here, get his thoughts on this first half.
We'll cut it down to David.
Hey, Coach, slow first half for the Eagles. What do you have for your guys going into the second half so that we can hopefully improve and get some points on the board?
First of all, we got to eliminate the mental errors. You know, we done put the ball on the ground a couple of times, a few turnovers. We got a few errors defensively, but we got to stop the run. You know, we bending, and then we broke right there at the end of the half. So we got to find a way to get them 3 and out and get our offense back the ball. And we got to find some explosive plays here. I think we got a good game plan when we come back out, a good idea of what they're doing.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Coach.
Sam, about what we thought we would hear from Coach there, it's not anything that we haven't heard from what we've been saying as well. Got to stop the run, got to stop the mental mistakes, and you got to try to figure out some way
to move the football.
Move the football. And those getting rid of those mental mistakes will help you move the football as well. We got other things happening. I'm going to cut it over to some ladies that are a lot more important than Sam and I, who work really hard. Our halftime show and festivities are brought to you by Tanner Wilson over at Farm Bureau. So a huge shout out to him, one of our sponsors. We'll cut it down to the state champs, Lady Eagles dance team.
Home routine and the team routine. Our freshman, Harley French, Henry Herman, Carly Higdon, Olivia Mitchell, Lily Nicholson. Our sophomores, Skylar Clower, Skylar Dickerson, Haley Hall, Avery Martin, Taylor Raymond, Sammy Sheeprin, Mary Yates. Our juniors, Lana Dunkley, Shelby Claire Walters, Ashlyn Watt, Our junior co-captain is Kylie Bates. Our seniors are Joe Smith, who is an NBA All-American, and the captain, senior NBA All-American, Sydney Higdon. Give them a hand, folks. The Eagle Dance team. Okay, folks, we're going to hand the door to the 50-50.
Great job by our Eagle Dance team, as always, and the Big Red Band getting ready to take the field. We are always glad to bring you all of our halftime festivities due to the sponsorships that we are able to enjoy here on the Eagle Sports Network. Tonight's halftime show, again, brought to you by Tanner Wilson and Farm Bureau Insurance. And so you are enjoying the dance team and the band that is preparing to demonstrate all of their skills and talents here, thanks to the sponsorship of Tanner Wilson, who's bringing you tonight's halftime show.
Please welcome to the field the Florence High School Big Red Band. Tonight the band will be presenting a portion of their show entitled The Dark Side. Featured performers include Taylor Bean, Riley Sills, Noah Walker, Sawyer McDavid, Landon Walden, and N.G. Young. Florence High School is proud to present drum majors Bill Clark and from Maury Mangum and the Florence High School Big Red Band.
fantastic performance by the Big Red Band. Again, you're watching tonight's halftime show, sponsored by Tanner Wilson at Farm Bureau Insurance. Thankful for his partnership and continued support of all things Florence in our community. Stay tuned for more of our halftime show after we come back to these messages from our sponsors.
For over 40 years, Strength Roofing and Siding has served the state of Mississippi. The attention to detail and quality remains unmatched. This is just the beginning of what's to come. Strength Roofing has dedicated their lives to serving you and not going to stop now. Whether it's residential or commercial roofing, nothing stands in the way of customer satisfaction. No gimmicks, just roofs. Strength Roofing and Siding.
Hey, this is Patrick at ESI Supply. Let's talk about the ABCs of fall protection. Anchors, body wear connectors. When it comes to anchors, we have cross-arm straps, we have tie-in points, we have roof anchors. B for body wear, we have multiple different lines of fall protection in harnesses, all shapes, sizes, and styles. Let's talk about C for connectors. We have dual SRLs, single SRLs of all lengths. We have single leg lanyards and dual leg lanyards. So when it comes to fall protection, come see us at ESI Supply.
For over 40 years, Strength Roofing and Siding has...
When your garage door breaks, you don't just need fast, you need super fast. Call today and we'll send a certified garage technician to your home. Quality repairs done so fast, it's like nothing ever happened.
They're not fast, they're super fast.
Call today and we're on the way.
Well, welcome back to the Eagle Sports Network. We are near the conclusion of halftime. I want to thank our sponsor, Tanner Wilson and Farm Bureau Insurance, for sponsoring tonight's halftime activities. And as we finish up the halftime festivities, let's just review the activity of that first half. Eagles down 10-3 in a closely contested first half. Got away from the Eagles a little bit right at the end of the half. Defense not able to get a stop after the offense turns the football over.
Yeah, we had talked about how frustrating it was as the Titans are already on the field ready. They're ready for this half. And it was a lot better half for the Titans than it was the Eagles. I mean, you talk about offensively, Eagles not really anything to show, and unfortunately the Titans start with the ball, so the Eagle defense going to go out first. And the Eagle defense was the bright spot if the Eagles had any in the first half. The only blemish is the run game, and specifically the quarterback run game. I think if I remember correctly, we're looking at about 15 carries for the quarterback for almost 85 yards and a score. So he alone has outdone the Eagle offense almost on his own. So the Eagles got to find an answer for those simple runs, like Coach Davis said, headed into the half.
Yeah, the running back, Cornelius Caraway, 85 yards on 15 carries.
That's
quarterback,
right.
D.K. Wallace, 9 carries, 77 yards. So it doesn't really matter who the names are. The idea is that the Titans are eating the Eagles up on the ground. Coach Davis mentioned needing to stop the run, and we'll see. I expect them to see a little different plan to do that. Now, conversely, when they force the Titans to throw, it's benefited the Eagles.
Yes.
Got an interception already. They've not completed a pass. Definitely you want to force them to put it in the air and see if that can't be a spark for your offense, who is struggling to move the football in any way. Eagles have the football, preparing to kick it off. They are dangerous on kickoffs. They fake this one. Now Boykin spreads everybody out. We'll see if he kicks it deep or maybe tries to chip this thing. Multiple onside opportunities with the way that he can kick footballs off. He approaches this. He is going to kick it at the up back, who does a good job smothering that. And that's by design, as Boykin just kicks it as hard as he can at one of the up backs, hoping he can catch him, either not paying attention. But even if you are paying attention, smothering a football that's moving at you like that,
incredibly difficult.
It is really tough to do, and that's a great play by that Titan up back, going to give the Titans the football now on their own 48-yard line.
And that shows you, or at least it says to me, how much this coaching staff trusts the Eagle defense. I was wondering in my head back and forth if they would give them this short field, just being down already, but they do. And the Titans run it and get a quick, looks like 5 yards to start the second half.
Yeah, Titans still able to generate some push there on that offensive line. Running for 5 on first down is something the Titans will take all day long.
That's right.
They hit you inside, and then they run that little quarterback keep sweep to the outside, and they've really hurt the Eagle defense. Eagles still in a 3 front, but they do appear to have made an adjustment with their defensive end, sliding inside some more, trying to stack up that inside run. Run it to the inside again. Another big hole. There's 3 back into the open field. Cuts it out to his right. Davis trying to catch him. He does at the 15-yard line. Going to bring him down about the 10. And we see this Titan running game picking up in the third quarter, right where it left off at the end of the second.
Yeah, the Eagles are seemingly becoming a product of their old recipe, and that's run until you can't run anymore. The Titans are generating all type of holes up front. Eagles have no answer.
And I'll tell you, we've talked about the defensive line, some they're adjusting. The real issue right now is the Eagle linebackers. The Eagle linebackers are not stepping up and filling gaps. That defensive front is getting some penetration and some push, but there's just no linebackers at the second level. You see it now as they get another good first down run up 5 yards. The linebackers are getting cut off. They're not able to step into the gaps. They're not really playing downhill. Those offensive linemen are getting up on them. They're not able to get off their blocks, and they're just chewing up yards at will here to start out this third quarter. 2nd and 5 now inside the Eagle 10-yard line.
At this point, obviously, excluding a turnover, Eagles just trying their best to limit the damage here. As another handoff.
Goes Caraway again, spins, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown Titans. You just see the Titan running backs, whoever has the football, they're able to get to that second level. That time Caraway takes the ball around to his right, really stops completely, and has time to juke right and left before he decides to go again, spins into the end zone. And now the Eagles find themselves down 2 scores, 16-3, and the Titan kicker will try to make it a 2-touchdown and 2 extra point lead. Snap is back. Hold is down, kick is up, and it is good. And so it's going to be a 14-point lead here for the Titans, 16-3 over the Eagles early now in this third quarter.
Yeah, lots of ways to go. That's kind of what I was afraid of, Sam, with the short field there. You haven't really been able to stop them anyways. You set them up shop at the 50. I know you're looking to steal a possession there if you can. Would have loved to have just seen this defense get a little more room to work with, whereas last year's team, because of their lack of speed, but because of their physicality, worked really well in those short yardage, almost inside the red zone. The Eagle defense last year worked really well. This is a different team. Lots of holes right now. Titans go down and capitalize early here in the third quarter.
So the Titans will kick this ball off. Eagles really need a spark here. Not a lot to show for their offense so far. The only 3 points the Eagle offense have put up came off an interception that happened deep in Titan territory. And so they really need a spark, see if maybe the return team can get them something here off a kick return.
They've had chances tonight.
Davis back at his 15. This one's going to be Weathersby. Fields at his 20, brings it back across to the middle. He is hit hard there right at the 30-yard line as number 2 for the Titans is Nigel Lockett. Comes through just completely unblocked there. And when you have guys running full speed, wide open, unblocked, somebody's going to show up on film, and a coach is not going to be happy that he can make the length of the field unblocked there and come through and make a nice play to keep Weathersby from getting any more on the return. As it is 1st and 10 for the Eagles now, they do return that ball out to their 32-yard line, and we'll see if the offense can find something here. They did move the ball through the air more effectively than on the ground, but did throw a pick on the opening play of the game. Now as Ashley tosses this one out to his left, that's Houston has some running room out to his left, runs through a tackle, is pushed out of bound there. But a good first down run gain. That toss kind of makes Houston hold up a little bit. It's a little behind him.
The snap is high. The pitch is slow. It's a little high itself. Eagles lucky to get some positive yardage. The timing just a little bit off with this Eagle offense right now. Really need that one play that we can look back at and say, wow, this is where the Eagle offense kind of got going.
Something to turn them around.
Need it right here.
Maybe a spark. This time you got Davis wide. Ashley looking to throw. He throws out to Davis. That ball's almost picked off by 25 for the Titans as he cuts underneath a little screen pass they're trying to set up for Davis. And fortunate for the Eagles there that one went through his hands rather than the other way. If he catches that football, he's going all the way to the end zone because there was not a jersey between him and the scoring zone. Third down now for the Eagles, going to be about 3rd and 5.
We talked about this, Sam. Interesting that play is designed inside the hash marks. I'd love to see, and you mentioned this, the Eagles really push this ball towards the sideline and see if they can't use a little more of this field than they're using.
Throws this one out in the flat to Weathersby, and that ball is incomplete. Just kind of can't complete that ball there. Weathersby's got a little room if he can catch it and turn up to potentially get that first down. Can't make the connection, and again, the offense unable to convert. Going to bring up 4th down. They'll send Hayden Boykin out to see if he can pin the Titans back deep.
Be interesting to see how the Titans play Hayden's rollout punt. They haven't really been aggressive on it to this point. He also hasn't found a lane to run either. We saw him do that at points last year. Eagles still trying to get their personnel right. You'd hate to have to burn a timeout right here. You almost rather just take the penalty. They do get the snap off. He is moving to his right, and then eventually gets it off.
Receiver able to catch this one on the run, slips one tackle, and then is brought down. Titans will have that ball just short of their 30-yard line. Now, the Eagle defense just allowed the Titans to go down the football field almost at will, running all the way. We'll see.
They're going to run again.
See if the Eagles have a different plan. We mentioned they moved their ends a little farther inside. That didn't seem to slow the Titans down much. And the linebackers really struggling to get off blocks and pursue the football. We'll see if there's some adjustments here. They draw those linebackers up a little tighter to the line and get them to force the action here. Give it to the up back again. He is hit at the line of scrimmage. I believe that's 34, Kason Harris with the initial contact. And a better job, he still picks up 4, but when you've just given up the kind of drive you've just given up, that looks better than what you've been seeing by your defense there.
It does. I would love to see the Eagles almost stack instead of stretch right here on defense. They're bringing more bodies, but they're lining them up almost along the line of scrimmage. That's not really helping that interior side. So I'd love to see the Eagles almost make them
Another
beat
big
you
stop
outside.
here by that Eagle defense as they do seem to be committed now to not letting the Titans run it on the inside. You see the linebacker stepping up more quickly. You see Kason Harris again in on that tackle as he's pinched down on the inside and is slanting down on the inside. Both ends are, and they're able to get to the football a little quicker. Brings up third down as they're really trying to pack things in and make it tough on the Titans to run inside. And I think that's a better plan. You've got some speed on defense. Maybe try to force them to run wide, let your guys go and make a play in space rather than allowing the Titans to go north and south.
Titans break the huddle with like 6 seconds left on the play clock, and they will
Quarterback
get
keep
it off.
right, and they got him stopped. You see the instant difference as this Eagle defense really has crowded the line of scrimmage this drive, unlike they have any drive before it. And it
looks like it'll bring out
looks
the punt
to be
unit.
effective as it brings up a 4th down and 5 yards. Almost certainly a punting situation with the Titans up 14 in this second half. You don't want to do anything, I think, to give this Eagle offense that has not really been a threat most of this game anything to try and be a spark.
Now, there is something to note. Their punter is the running back that has given us fit. So that right there is something to respect in and of itself. And he's not a half-bad punter either.
It's another really nice punt away from Davis.
It will take an Eagle bounce, though, and set up shop around the 39.5, 40-yard line. So the Eagles with decent field position here, approaching midfield in desperate need, but the Eagle defense helps them out. That's a big stop right there, already down by a couple of touchdowns and a couple of extra points.
Yeah, Eagle defense really needed a stop right there. Got the 3 and out, and now let's see if the offense can go to work. Offense really struggling to find their rhythm, struggling to do anything consistently with the football. Really need their offensive line to create some space, give Ashley some time, and see if we can get this football moving, find our way back into this football game now with 7.5 minutes left in this third quarter. Ashley takes the snap. He gives it to Houston. Houston cuts back into the middle. It's going to be stacked up after a gain of a few on the play.
He'll get almost 4, and that first down hasn't been the issue for the Eagles. I think, I'm not sure what it would be. If I had to guess, we're getting around 4.5.
Yeah, you're getting 4 or 5
4
yards.
or 5 yards on the first down. It's these next level plays, these second, third down conversions that are really stumping the Eagle offense. And it's more credit to the Titan defense than anything. They're doing a good job of tightening.
You can see how many bodies the Titans have in the box. They send the pressure here. Houston pops this one outside to his left. He's got a little room towards the sidelines. He's going to get the first down before he's run out of bounds, and that's a really nice job by Houston, just kind of making something out of nothing. He's stuffed immediately on the inside, is patient, finds a gap, pops it to the outside, and is able to get to the sticks for the first down.
Yeah, you don't teach that often for a kid to almost come to a stop and then completely change direction. It's hard to really get going, but he knows how many bodies are right there in the center of that play. And that's why you see that work so well for Houston. All of those bodies are coming in one direction. He changes direction on them.
See it again there. The Titans really 8 men in the box, committed to the line of scrimmage. We run right into the teeth of it. No surprise, are stopped for no gain on the play. Really tough to run when the defense is committing that many bodies to the line of scrimmage. Really committed to trying not to let the Eagles run their way back into this football game.
See a couple of subs in. I know RJ ran in, Aiden Hempill running in for this second 9. 6:15 counting down left here in the third quarter of play. Eagles down a couple of scores.
So you'll see this. They'll line up one DB over each receiver, leave a safety outside, everybody else within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage. And there they are right there. Again, RJ with his handoff has a man unblocked right at the line of scrimmage. We just simply cannot account for the number of defenders that the Eagles are putting into the box. That the Titans are putting into the box, and that's going to bring up another third down and long situation.
I'm not sure if we can show this real fast. Maybe our team in the trailer. Maybe we can start that replay and almost stop it right at the beginning of it. Yeah, we're going to get a little break here, official timeout. If we have that, I would love to see if we can get that replay here. I kind of want to point out something. Yeah, the last play. Yeah, here we go. What I want you to notice here is you'll see a blurry body right there below the scoreboard there. The closest man to him is number 21. That's going to tackle RJ here. That's kind of what we've been talking about, Sam, is they're giving us the outsides.
One-on-one.
Committing so much to the middle there. Eagles almost need to push more to getting the ball outside the hash marks as quick as we can to see if our speed can't, instead of almost playing towards the strengths of the Titan defense, almost try to get them uncomfortable. That play right there is a perfect example of what's been happening all night long with what the Titans are really good at, stocking the box up and making tackles.
Here we see Brian Davis on the outside again. Interesting to see if we try to get him on a go. Kane Ashley looking for him. He's got Batee over the middle, who takes a big hit as number 10 sitting back at his safety closes down on that. That ball is going to fall incomplete as Batee tries to go up and get that. A little slow to get up here after taking a nice shot there as the safety comes down in the middle. I think we've got a flag for roughing the passer as Ashley takes a big hit, so the Eagles are going to get to hang on to this football. I didn't see this on the replay. We'll go back and see if we can see the hit that Ashley takes. But that's going to result in a first down for the Eagles as we get a knee here as they take a look at
maybe we get a look here at the play in the backfield. It is a little bit late. We'll stop that in respect for Cortland. We are going to take just a small break. We'll get right back to you here on the Eagle Sports Network. Here's a word from our sponsors. Off and almost with a little bit of energy, if you will.
Defiance. I call that with some defiance on his face there.
We were concerned, y'all, and just to be honest with you, there was a moment there where we couldn't tell how severe this would be. There was a conversation and people running all over the field, but good news. It is 1st and 10 for the Eagles after a roughing the passer call, and Cortland Petit walks off under his own power.
Yeah, the penalty is going to move the Eagles forward all the way to the Titan 34-yard line, the farthest their offense has been able to go. Ashley in the shotgun again. This time he gives it to R.J. Davis off the left side, who is stacked up again immediately at the line of scrimmage. Titans really just challenging the Eagles on that inside run, and the Eagles don't have a lot of answers there as this Titan defense is pursuing quickly to the football and trying to force the Eagles to do something other than run, and the Eagles have struggled to do so far in this ball game. 2nd and 11 now. Back in the tight formation, they're going to overload their shift to the right. Here comes Davis in motion. They give it to Davis, and he's going to be hit in the backfield and then drilled as the Titans close down the line of scrimmage. Again, just no fooling the Titan defense here. They see that shift. They see the motion. They feel like they know what's coming, and they're right. They do know what's coming,
yeah,
and they're sitting all over it and ready for it. Another loss on the play, now 3rd down and 12 for the Eagle offense.
Yeah, this this is just not working, Sam. I mean, there's no other way to put it. This is really a struggle on offense right now. I'd love to see them almost, if we're going to be taken out of this ball game,
here comes,
I'd like to try something different.
Comes Ashley in the shotgun looking to throw this time. Heavy pressure, and he's going to be sacked, hit by 2 guys. And I think that play kind of shows you some of the struggle. I believe the root of the issues for the offense this entire game have really been rooted in the lack of success by the offensive line. Yeah. They've not created holes. They've kind of been manhandled up front, and that's continued. And you just see it when there's a sack or a play like that where you get 2 guys running free on the quarterback, and that's going to be a punting situation. As Boykin rolls out to his right, angles this one. It's going to be caught at the 10. Nice coverage there by the Eagles as they bring him down at about the 15, 16-yard line. Again, that offensive struggle is hard to do anything when you're not getting blocks. And right now, that Eagle offensive line really struggling to create space. Defense is going to come back out here down 14 with under 4 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter and see if they can't give their offense one more shot. Eagle fans trying to get their Eagles excited. We have seen the Eagles show a lot of resiliency. That's a word that Coach Davis has used to describe this team, and this is an opportunity here with the Titans deep in their own territory to get this football back in field position. Let this offense go to work and see if they can't get it figured out. Here come the Titans now, no doubt looking to run this football. They do give it to the running back. He's hit after a short gain on the play. A little extra excitement there after the play as 2 players get tangled up. No flags fly. Good job by the officials getting them separated. And you like to see a little fight from the Eagles. You're going to need some of that to come back in this ball game. No time to lay down. You want to see a little fight. Let's keep it all between the whistles. 2nd down and long now as the Titans taking their time in and out of the huddle. Everybody in tight for the Titans. 1 receiver out to his right. Eagles with a lot of bodies at the line of scrimmage. Quarterback keeps this one out to his right, and that's a really nice play by 43. I couldn't get his name last time. He's not one of our regular guys. I wish I could remember. If he keeps on playing like that, we'll remember his name. That's Noah Myers into the game with a really nice play. Looks like the quarterback's getting ready to break that one. Noah catches a shoelace, gets him down to bring up 3rd and about 5 for the Titans. Looks like we've got a timeout on the field as Brian Davis goes down, maybe a cramp situation here. As they take a timeout, let's take one as well. Stay tuned for more Eagle football as we come back right here on the Eagle Sports Network.
For over 40 years, Strength Roofing and Siding has served the state of Mississippi. The attention to detail and quality remains unmatched. This is just the beginning of what's to come. Strength Roofing has dedicated their lives to serving you and not going to stop now. Whether it's residential or commercial roofing, nothing stands in the way of customer satisfaction. No gimmicks, just roofs. Strength, roofing, and siding.
Welcome back to Eagle Football here on the Eagle Sports Network. Brian Davis comes off the field under his own power. Glad to see that. It's a third down play here. Eagle defense desperately needing a stop, get this football back to their offense, down 14-3. A lot of motion here. Titans maybe trying to get the Eagles to jump. They don't bite. Give it to the running back off the right side. He is hit there, breaks a tackle, but a host of Eagles bring him down short of the line to gain. Going to be 4th and short.
I wouldn't be surprised if they went for it, Sam. With the lack of ability to move the ball,
I would be very surprised to see the Titans go for this. They're up 14, deep in their own territory. This is an opportunity where a decision like that puts an offense back in a game on a short field, where if you punt it away, make an offense that's frankly been really, really bad tonight, you want to make them go the length of the field. I would be really surprised to see them go for this and give the Eagles a chance to get on a short field. Yeah, we've got a Titan player down on the sideline. Looks like they got him up now. We'll see just how close he is. Still 4th and 3 here. I expect the Titans to send out their punt team. Davis back in the game now. Going to go back to receive this anticipated punt. Davis going to be able to stand near midfield to receive this punt. We'll see if he is able to try and catch this on the run, maybe break something here. The only 3 points of the game the Eagles offense have been able to produce came off a turnover on a short field. Now we get
looks like there's a lot of confusion
timeout by the Titans. Coach Davis is frustrated about where his guys are lined up. The Titans can't get lined up either. The Titans have to take a timeout. That's going to be beneficial for the Eagles as they were trying to get their right guys out too. And as they take a timeout, let's go ahead and take one as well. Stay tuned for more Eagle football here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Come on, we're going to be late.
No school. No.
When your garage door breaks, you don't just need fast, you need super fast. Call today and we'll send a certified garage technician to your home. Quality repairs done so fast, it's like nothing ever happened.
They're not fast. They're super fast.
Call today and we're on the way.
All right, punting situation for the Titans. He does kick this ball. It's a high punt. Davis tells everybody to get away. It bounces at midfield, and that ball bounces off of a Titan player. And one of the Eagle players makes an attempt like he thinks, oh, it's live now. It was always live, and thankfully he thinks better of it. And the Eagles will get the ball at midfield here. And we've got another Titan player behind the play, slow to get up.
Yeah, as
Ryan, what do the Eagles have to do here to get on track on offense?
Yeah, Sam, something different. I don't know that I necessarily have the answer. It's week 2 with a brand new personnel. These coaches know this team better than I do, but I know from the sample size of almost 3 full quarters is we've got to try something else. I mean, we have shown that our ability to run what we've been running and get some success is just not going to work. The Titan defense has proven they're going to stop those types of plays, those run out of the wing tee, that quick motion off the tackles. They're stopping that. We've got to come up with something new.
Yeah, the Titan defense is playing soft with the corners, giving lots of cushion to the receivers on the outside, playing a single high safety, and really committing everybody else to stop the run into the football. And so that should leave some one-on-one opportunities. It should leave some opportunities for receivers to get open, and we'll see if the Eagles can exploit that. They stick with the run here as Houston cuts it up inside, going to have a gain of 2 on first down. Still not a lot of running room on the interior of that defensive unit.
As we're facing the second 9, we do have a sideline reporter, David. He's going to get us a couple injury updates from the Eagles.
Hey, guys. So I was able to talk to the head athletic director here at Florence, and she did say that they're going to take Cortland Batty out of the game. He looks to be in good spirits, but she doesn't want to risk. It could be a spleen rupture. She doesn't want to risk him getting really even more injured on the field. And Brian's injury just looked to be just a cramp. You're going to get those early in the season.
All right, Ashley now flips this one out to his right side. That's Weathersby who catches that. He's going to be up near a first down, and so a good gain here for the offense to get a first down. We see him turn Ashley loose, let him throw this ball. He hits Weathersby there, a little out route out into the flat, and that's been effective a few times tonight. We'll see if the Eagles continue to exploit that as we tick down under 30 seconds left to go here in this third quarter.
Yeah, and that's those plays, Sam, we were talking about, getting it away from those inside the hash marks. Not Cortland, Morgan's out routes have been really effective. Kane's been in really good timing with him. I'd love to see them continue to do that with players all over the field.
Play clock ticking down here. The Eagles do get it off. It's going to be a little pitch reverse to Weathersby, who cuts into the open field. He's still on his feet. He's going to have another run for a first down. Second time we've seen them run that little pitch toss play. It counts as passing yards because the quarterback throws it forward. And it does seem to catch the Titans a little off guard there. It utilizes some misdirection and allows Weathersby to cut it up inside. And a nice gain to bring this third quarter to a close as the Eagle offense trying to draw this one a little closer here. Will flip ends of the field, and the Eagle offense now inside the Titan 30-yard line, threatening for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, this is a really good sign for the Eagle offense to get that out route, good timing, great first down, and then do a little misdirection. So they got that play, that traditional play they've been doing, moving across the line of scrimmage there. They do that, they fake that, and actually pitch it to Morgan. So the whole Titan defense is moving one way. Morgan and his speed begin to move another way, and that's why we see that play work so well.
And so back-to-back first downs, good movement of the football so far by the Eagle offense. Offensive line creating a little more push. We talked about their need to do that. And I do think this group tends to pass block a little better than they run block, and so we'll see if they continue to put the ball in the air here to try to take advantage of this field position early in this fourth quarter. They stay in the shotgun. It's Weathersby in motion. Kane looks to his right. Got Brian Davis right across the middle. That ball is caught at the 20-yard line. Davis takes a big shot, loses his helmet there, but not before he's got another first down gain and a really nice throw and catch there by Ashley to Brian Davis.
Yeah, their timing just looks really good. I keep using that word because that's what makes this QB to wide receiver thing work. And it seems as if Kane and Morgan and Kane and Brian, the timing is just there right now. I'd love to see them stick with this. 3 first downs in a row. Eagles got something going here in the red zone.
Ashley in the shotgun again. Motion for Weathersby. Going to give it to the running back this time. He drives ahead for a nice gain on first down. Suddenly you throw a few, it loosens up the defense, and now the running game can do a little more of what it wants to do. That's R.J. Davis with a nice run. He seems to have to maybe going to come off here, struggling with some cramps as a host of new Eagles run back on the field. Going to be second down and 5 for the Eagle offense. Again, in the red zone here, down 14, under 11 here to go in this fourth quarter, but the Eagle offense threatening. Ashley going to take this snap, looking to pass to his left, under heavy pressure, now steps up, spins away. Titans wrap him up right there. Going to be sacked back near the original line of scrimmage.
So you see that almost that internal timer that Kane's working with. It's ticking down, and he tries to step up there. Thankfully, he's right around the line of scrimmage. We won't see a huge loss there. Maybe if he's further back, you'd love to see Kane just kind of throw that ball away. It stops that clock.
Yeah,
down
that's
a
really
couple scores.
That would really what you'd love to see there. Hey, it's not there. Throw it away. Save the yards. Save the time. Brings up third down and 10 here for the Eagles. Ashley to his right, looking to throw again. Has a man underneath in the flat. That ball is dropped. Davis can't quite hang on to it. Trying to run before he throws there. Not gonna probably get the first down there, but may make it a 4-down situation. Instead, going to bring on Hayden Boykin for a field goal attempt.
10 minutes left in this ball game. Still a lot of time with all your timeouts left. Davis is looking to get some points here.
Yeah, first points you have the opportunity to get since the first quarter. Boykin made one tonight already. This one kick is up again, and that one goes off the upright and is no good. Unfortunate there for the Eagles, as that one doinks off the post and is going to no good, and that's going to leave it at 17-3. The best drive for the Eagles of the second half. They're going to walk away with it from no points, and under 10 minutes left to go here in this fourth quarter.
And that's right. I mean, that's fitting, isn't it, Sam? I mean, that's the way the night has been. It feels as if every time the Eagles take a step forward, there's 5 steps to be taken backwards. You love that drive there. It does stall out with the sack and an incomplete pass there, and not able to chop that third down to go in half. Maybe if they do, you find yourself in 4th down territory where you want to go for it. They try to run out a very reliable kicker in Hayden Boykin, and that's just, I mean, that's it. That's the way this night is going. It goes off the upright. You don't get any points from the best drive of the night for the Eagles.
Eagles come back. Defense just had a great stop. They got to get another one right here. They do have the Titans deep in their territory, thrown 20-yard line. Quarterback on a little reverse action. He's going to be stacked up after a gain of about 5 yards. First time we've seen them run the little counter action back to the inside. Eagles do a good job staying alert, making the stop. See the Titans here, going to take their time and let this clock run. Expect to see the Eagle defense really committed to the line of scrimmage, bring bodies up. You want to get this offense off the field as quickly as possible and get this ball back to your offense. Motion now as the play clock's at 3. They snap it at 1, give it to the fullback. Makes a nice spin move off to the inside, and he's going to have a first down gain on the play for the Titans.
Yeah, that missed field goal, I think, changes things, Sam, in more than just not getting the points on the board. If we know Coach Davis, that's going to set up an opportunity to do something in your kicking game, your kickoff game.
Yep.
I think he's looking to maybe get some quick points and still a possession possibly, but now you're just looking at a dwindling clock.
And it also makes it, instead of a one-score game, if you consider a touchdown 2-point conversion, if you get the 6, now it's still a 2-score game, and so that changes everything. And now we see the quarterback again off the left side take off for another first down gain of 10 there. The Titan offense has now pushed the ball all the way out to the 45-yard line and are taking chunks here. Eagle defense really need to get them slowed down as we now tick down, approaching 8 minutes left to go.
Eagle defense has been on the field a large portion of this game. You almost feel hesitant to ask them for another stop, but that's the task at hand right now, is trying to get off the field as quickly as you can to have any shot at climbing back into this game, as the clock is not your friend. There is a
This
penalty.
play's blown dead. I think you get a delay. I don't think they got this one off. And I think that the Titans are fine with that.
Yep.
I don't think it's what they want, but they're not going to panic there on first down. They'll go 1st and 15. Having already gotten a couple of first downs on this drive, they got this clock running. They can flip the field here. And they want to do all that they can to take every second off of this clock and really try and shorten up this fourth quarter. If you're the Eagle defense, you really got to begin to take some risks. You got to send some extra guys. You got to be ripping at the football. You really need a turnover at this point in the game to try to get your team back in the football game. Titans giving a little counter action back to the inside. Running back going to have another nice gain on the play, maybe of 6 yards as he's back beyond the original line of scrimmage. Bring up second down there. seen the Titans run basically in a single direction all night. Now we're starting to see them utilize some more of that misdirection as they know the Eagle linebackers are really going to be pursuing to the football or to the area that the offensive linemen are blocking towards, and so they're utilizing some counteraction to try to take advantage of that pursuit by the Eagle defenders. This time they give it to the back straight ahead, who's hit at the line of scrimmage but just carries tacklers and breaks tackles as he churns ahead. Not going to have the first down, but going to be near it after a gain of maybe 6 more. Going to bring up third and about a yard.
Yeah, you did see Hemphill do exactly what you were talking about. As Coach Davis will spend the first timeout of 3. He was going after that football, which when you do that, you don't have your hands on his body. He carries himself all the way through, and now what was a 1st and 15. Now we're looking at a 3rd and very short and convertible for this Titan offense. Eagles really, really in a world of hurting to get a stop here and see if they can't force some type of punt, maybe go for it and stop them, get a turnover. Got to get the offense back out there if you want any chance in this game.
Yeah, got to get this football. Can't give up any more points here. It is a 2-score game, and so that's very doable in high school football. Explosive play, lightning can strike at any moment, but you can't give up any more points, and you got to find a way to get this football back. Titans come out now with everybody lined up tight to the line of scrimmage. They give it to the fullback. He's going to be hit right at the line of scrimmage. I think he's going to have the line to gain, but not by much. They do give him the first down now, and they wind that clock now, going to go under 7 minutes.
Titans will take their time. It's just 15 left on the play clock, but they're going to use all 15. They are.
Yeah, they're going to let it go all the way down. They've snapped it with 2-1 and have not gotten it off, and they're okay with that. Quarterback keeps this one to his right, cuts it up behind all those lead blockers, and going to have another nice game on first down.
They have not strayed away from their recipe, Sam. They have really, really, really just ran this ball right on the inside hips of their outside tackles, and they have really run the ball effectively tonight. And I think that's really what we're going to see at the end of the day is their ability to move the ball versus the Eagles' ability to not. Both of these teams have made mistakes. I think the turnover battle is even, and so you can't look at that. The penalties have basically been non-existent on both sides. Eagles you would say have won that. I don't know if the Eagles have a penalty all day. If they do, I don't remember it. So it's not that facet of the game. You're going to look at just not being able to move the ball with any type of consistency.
Yeah, and that Titan offense has done that at key moments throughout the night. And when they had to have some yards, they were able to get them put together a couple of drives, and they were able to move the ball on the ground, whereas Florence really just unable to run this football in any kind of effective way tonight. We'll get some of these stats to you in just a few moments to see what these rushing stats look like, but the running back and the quarterback for the Titans probably near 100 yards over the course of the night. I don't think any Eagle rusher anywhere near any kind of yardage like that. You got Caraway up to 167 yards on 26 carries, has really been dominant on the ground, 2 touchdowns, and then D.K. Wallace, 93 yards. So I knew they were probably up north of 100. I didn't realize Caraway was almost pushing 2.
Yeah, he has had a very
really run the
game.
ball well. First and 10 here for the Titans. They do give it to Caraway again. He's still picking his way, bounces this one out to the right, breaks tackle, still on his feet. And again, it's just a nice run as he has really played a good game tonight. Runs the ball, physical, has some speed, and he's been a load for the Eagles to handle. Eagles take another timeout here, trying to preserve as much clock as they can. As they take a timeout, we will as well. Stay tuned for more Eagle football right here on the Eagle Sports Network.
We're back here on the Eagle Sports Network, where it is 2nd and about 6 to go for the Titan offense, just draining the clock as they lead.
This time it's Javarius Luckett running the football for another first down. If you're the Eagle defense here, you really want to try to get a stop. This clock continues to tick. Little pride on the line. You don't want to give up more yards. Titans will be content to simply run this clock out if they can do so. So play clock now under 10. They'll let it tick all the way down. Now they snap it. Give it on the end around. That's 6 this time, breaking tackles. He's tackled there.
Yeah, I think you could just kind of feel the wind in this team and in the stadium. Finally leave the sails completely. It's really been a frustrating night all night. The Eagles at the half only trailed by 7. Right there, what was it, Sam? A minute into the third quarter.
Opening drive.
They score their second touchdown. And, that's really just the difference of the game. Was that turn right there into the first quarter, not being able to capitalize, coming out in the second half, Titans scoring quickly, and it just really deflated this team, and it was really hard. Now, I know that there's a number of different things to look at. We've had injuries upon injuries. RJ's come in and out. Brian's come in and out, but he's been out almost a quarter and a half at this point. There's a lot of things that we can point at, but none of them as glaring as just the lack of competitiveness from on the offensive side of the ball, being able to help this defense come off the field. You look around and you want to be, and I guess it's time for us to get to this point, maybe here. I don't want to speak too soon, but to look beyond this game. I think what's important is this is reps. They're going to mark him down at about the half-yard line.
Not quite in the end zone there.
This is reps for a very young football team, and I don't say young as far as what class they're in when they're going to graduate, but the experience level of this Eagles team. You're playing against a larger school than you. This was a game that was very, very difficult. We knew that they would be talented and big up front, and so the Eagles have a lot to work with here and something really to build upon moving forward to kind of get one of these tough losses out of the way before that division type play starts and as we move on in the season.
Titans going to get a timeout here as they don't have something quite lined up right. It is 3rd and goal. Titans just trying to push this ball across into the end zone. Eagles want to try to keep them out. Under 3 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. The Titans on top, 17-3. And we have, talked about this is an inexperienced Eagle football team, so many new starters and a different football team than last year. And sometimes with inexperience, you got to go through some bumps in the road, some growing pains, and tonight certainly seems like one of those. But one of the things to keep in mind in high school football is every game before your district schedule amounts to preseason activity.
Yeah.
It's a situation where you want to win as many games as you can. You never want to lose. But you want to make sure your team is playing as good as possible going into your district schedule. And so nobody's happy about potentially losing a football game. But this is a non-district game. And so it's one that if the Eagles are not able to come back and find a way to win this thing late, they'll just take their lumps and move on, get ready for next week and get ready for district. As the Titans getting the victory formation, go ahead and sneak this ball into the end zone, and that is going to put them up 3 scores and probably going to ice this football game as they put it in the end zone one more time with under 3 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter.
We'll deflect our attention back to the Eagles for just a moment as we have our second ever Temp Staff Player of the Game. We're going to get that graphic on the screen for you, and it is Cam Page. We mentioned his name over and over and over and over again. He played a well of a game from the linebacker position he was in on tackle after tackle after tackle. So it is our honor to present to you the Temp Staff Player of the Game, Cam Page, following Sam, and no surprise, 2 defensive players in a row. Obviously the offense looked a lot better last week, but the defense held them in long enough with plays from Tripp, who ends up being player of the game. And tonight, really for the Eagles, all you can do is look on the defensive side of the ball, and Cam Page is a name that jumps out.
And you look at the scoreboard and go 24-3, and you see this last touchdown pushed in by the Titans, but the defense hadn't played that poorly tonight. They did give up the big drive coming out of the locker room in the third quarter, but really played well overall. Cam Page kind of right in the middle of that activity. You mentioned numerous tackles tonight, and so great game by him, and a lot more football ahead for him. Congratulations to Cam Page, our Temp Staff Player of the Game.
Titans looking to kick this ball away, up by 3 touchdowns. It'll land in the stomach of Morgan. He'll look to see if he can't get the sideline. Will get over there, but forced out of bounds. And here comes the Eagle offense with 2:45 left in this ball game.
You know, an opportunity right here for this Eagle offense with no pressure on you to try to do some things that you're going to need to be able to do to be successful as the season rolls on. We'll see if they try to put a little pressure on this defense, maybe put it in the air a little bit, see if some of these receivers can create some space, make some plays, maybe let Ashley put it in the air. They may choose to just kind of run this football and run this clock down and get out of Dodge. But it's one of those things where you're not really playing for this game. You're playing also for just the experience that you need and the opportunity to do some things and build some confidence. So we do see Ashley looking to pass. They set up the screen to Davis, who is hit hard as soon as he catches that football as number 2 there for the Titans. Nigel Lockett, have called his name a lot tonight, is just kind of sitting back there lurking, and there's really nobody that ever comes close to blocking him.
Nope.
And as soon as Davis catches that ball, he's hit. The play set up well. It looks like it's the ideal kind of play you want to run there, but it's that lack of execution sometimes that kills an offense, and we've seen that a number of times for the Eagles as they're just not able to get their playmakers in the kind of space that you want to. 4 wide now for the Eagles. Ashley looking to throw. Steps to his right under pressure. That football is loose. Believe the Titans have it. And they do.
And insult to injury here. Well,
now it looks like the officials may be saying this is Eagle football, although the Titans are and the Eagles defense is running on Titan offense. I think they're going to get this one right. I think the official just pointed the wrong way.
I think so. It was the chain gang, and everybody was confused. I was ready to kind of give my spiel on insult turning to injury, and it just a bad night gone worse for the Eagles. You're trying to see if you can't build upon something to move into next week. Well, Kane gets bodied up by number 16 there Elijah Adams for the Titans, and he punches that ball loose, and they jump right back on it. And I would just look to see them kind of sit on this ball, may accidentally run it in for a touchdown, but they're looking to sit on this ball and see that clock move on down.
Yeah, they do run this ball here. The Eagles able to make a tackle. And I don't think the Titans really want to see this ball in the end zone anymore. I think they want to just hold it. And probably their coaches tell them, hey, it's fine if we get a first down, but get on the ground, let this clock run. They may have to snap it 2 more times here, and they'll be able to ride back down to are they in Madison County? Ridgeland? I believe in Madison County with a victory tonight.
This is not your Mississippi geography class. This is strictly a football broadcast. Yeah, you see, he's not going to give you much effort there. The Eagles are going to make him pay for just standing there. But you see kind of this mentality by the Titans. They're looking to just get down in bounds, continue to let that run down.
Yeah, they're going to stay in bounds, let the clock run. Going to bring up 3rd down. That clock running, they'll have to snap it 1 more time. and then that should be it. So the Eagles on the wrong end of a tough one tonight, down 24-3. It's one of those learning experiences for an inexperienced football team that sometimes you do learn as much from your losses as your wins. We'll see if that's the case as the Titans do go ahead and snap it one more time. The Eagles get him on the ground here, and that should bring us to the conclusion of this football game. And so as this one runs down, we mentioned the Eagles have another tough one next week. You got
Brian is down.
An injured Eagle on the field here. Brian's had a tough night tonight, really played well and physical and been on the field a lot. See if they can tend to him while they're checking him out. Next week, the Eagles have, I believe, Holmes County.
Yes.
And so the road ahead doesn't get any easier for the Eagles in the immediate future. Holmes County, very talented team. Holmes County was one of the best teams in the state last year in 5A, and certainly a tough opponent. So the Eagles will go and play Holmes County and still have a few more out of district games to get ready for their district calendar. I want to say thanks again to all of our sponsors who have sponsored tonight's game. We're so thankful for them. And as a matter of fact, I had somebody call me this week, and they were looking for some help with a particular item they needed that had to do with a garage door. And you know what I thought? They called and said, hey, who's got the great garage door commercial on Eagle Sports Network? I said, I think it's called The Doorman. Let me look up their information. And look, it's not just garage doors. We've got sponsors with all kinds of things, all kinds of businesses in the Florence community across Rankin County. And so do us a favor and let those sponsors know that you saw and heard about them right here on the Eagle Sports Network. It's a great thing to support those businesses who support our local Florence schools and our Florence community. And so let them know you heard about them right here on the Eagle Sports Network. We do get Brian Davis up to his feet now. Big cheer from the crowd as Brian is absolutely one of the key playmakers on this team. He's had a rough night tonight and confident that he will get back and get healthy.
They're going to let this run out, and that will end the ball game. 1-1 are the Florence Eagles after 2 weeks. Not the recipe of last season's schedule, but this is a completely different new football team and different expectations. So I am proud of the guys. I think that there is still a ton of work to do. They would admit that. They will admit that to you. I think that we will see this team. I think we'll see this team really grow, Sam, as we see the weeks go along. They have another tough opponent. You were alluding to that before we kind of got back up, as you see some ridiculous waves by the Titans to the Florence home crowd. They played extremely well.
They played really well tonight.
And they really came into
take your hats off to the Titans.
Florence and really walked out with a statement win, if you will, proving that they're a good football team. They ran the ball extremely well. The numbers are gaudy if you look at them. There are some crooked numbers in the rushing column for Ridgeland. And that's really the difference in the game is they came out with a plan, executed the plan, offensive line moved people all across the field. And then if you could think of an opposite for that, that was the Florence offense tonight.
Yeah, and here's what I know. I know that Coach Davis and his staff are going to go to work this week, and they are going to find ways to get better. Some of the things that we hear Coach Davis talk about all the time is things like controlling the controllables, and that's something that they will work on. He wants his team to dominate the things that take no talent, and that's something that they will work on. And I'm confident that these Eagles will continue to get better week in and week out. This staff is going to go back to work this week and be sure that they are ready to play and ready come their district season. Sometimes playing a difficult out-of-district schedule really prepares you to play well in your district schedule, and that's what really matters here for the Florence Eagles. And so a tough one tonight as they lose 24-3, but still lots of football ahead for this Florence Eagle High School football team.
Yep, looking down at some stats that maybe you would believe or not believe, Ridgeland High School did not have a single passing yard tonight. They had a 1 for 4 on passing and had an equal number of pass attempts to the other team.
I was going to say that they completed as many to the opposite team as to their own.
Yeah, but
Brian Davis, the leading receiver for the Titans.
That's for the Ridgeland Titans. 315 rushing yards on the ground for the Titans versus the 49, along with the 54 passing yards for the Eagles. Just wasn't the best performance we've seen offensively, defensively either. But some of the results of those are going to come off those turnovers. And the lack of ability to get off the field if you're the defense.
Was on the field a lot tonight. And really two big drives is what the defense gave up. And we know this defense wants to play a bend but don't break style. Coach Davis mentioned that in his interview going into halftime. We bent, and we finally broke. This defense plays a 3-front. They want to allow you to – they'll allow you some yards. They just want to prevent the big play. And so they were willing to give up some yards like they always are, and they did get some stops when they needed to tonight. But it's just not enough. 3 points not going to be very successful. And so this offense has got to go back to work. The defense has got to go back to work. Eagles got to get some guys healthy before they can come back out and play their next football game. And so the Eagles will head up to Holmes County, and we plan to be there for all the action. And so we hope that you'll plan to tune in again next Friday night to more Eagle football here on the Eagle Sports Network. Want to again thank all of our sponsors for joining us tonight. We've got one last update from you. Go down on the field.
Hey guys, before we go off air, I did get to listen to what Kira was talking to Brian about. He said that he felt a pop in his back when he got hit. They were able to get him off the field, and they sat him down and talked to him. They're going to just see him day by day this next week, and hopefully on Friday he'll be ready to go.
So there you go, just an update on another of the Eagle players who had an injury tonight. You saw Brian go down the last play. Confident that he will get the attention that he needs. We got some of the best trainers in the entire county and state. They will take good care of him. And he'll be back sooner rather than later. I'm confident. Brian's a very tough kid, very good football player. And confident that he and the other Eagles who got a little banged up tonight will get back soon. And certainly we will wish them well in the meantime. We will wish you well also. It's been a great night of football to cheer on our Eagles. We thank you for joining us right here on the Eagle Sports Network. For Ryan Keith, I'm Sam Taylor. And for all of the production and broadcast crew, we wish you a good night and God bless. Go Eagles.
of spill applications, traffic control products for any other traffic control needs you have. We even have pallets of water. So safety is a big thing for us here at ESI Supply. So come see any of our 8 employees, any of our 7 employees, and we'll be happy to help.
For over 40 years, Strength Roofing and Siding has served the state of Mississippi. The attention to detail and quality remains unmatched. This is just the beginning of what's to come. Strength Roofing has dedicated their lives to serving you and not going to stop now. Whether it's residential or commercial roofing, nothing stands in the way of customer satisfaction. No gimmicks, just roofs. Strength Roofing and Siding.
Come on, we're gonna be late.
No school. No
When your
school.
garage door breaks, you don't just need fast, you need super fast. Call today and we'll send a certified garage technician to your home. Quality repairs done so fast, it's like nothing ever happened.
They're not fast. They're super fast.
Call today and we're on the way.